we good to go?
Ready to
Are we
be
ready?
dead.
Yeah.
So the last chapter was called Flicker, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool.
Which is an interesting title.
Mm.
Side B!
Finally we get Side B.
Oh yeah, because the first
It's Side
episode's
A.
called Side A, isn't
No,
it?
that's also an interesting play on words with regards to perspective.
Welcome back, Alex. Do you want to talk about your time in Colorado? Let's start with something positive. What did you learn from your visit to Haven Springs?
Oh my God.
Okay, y'all. Well, I definitely don't want to say nothing, but
Not to be afraid of my emotions?
I think I'd go with that one as well.
yeah?
Yeah.
I can't say that she... We don't know if she felt at home. I don't know.
Did she learn not to be afraid of her emotions, though? Because
I don't know.
we did kind of
Touch on that.
avoid
Mm.
our emotions and focus on other people's emotions the whole time. I think that's my, like, skepticism about it.
I guess we could say the meaning of home in saying that we learnt that it's not there. But
Neither of them feel quite right to me,
no.
but I mean, let's go with the emotions one. Let's do
Yeah.
it. Okay.
I learned to let myself feel, I guess. And to not be afraid of those feelings.
She also learned through others' experiences of emotions.
Couldn't one
That
argue
is true.
that those old fears turned out to be justified? What do you make of that friction?
Interesting phrasing. Oh god, are we getting another dream sequence?
I think this is an
I
unconscious
suppose I'm
sequence.
proud of you for trying.
What in me though?
You helped some people. Chased a mystery. Got to kiss a pretty girl. But Alex, you're right back where you started.
Fuck off, Dr. Lynn.
You're
I don't
wrong.
think that's true. Yeah.
You're wrong.
You're wrong. I don't belong in here. If that were true, Alex, you'd know you were talking to an empty chair.
Here we go.
It is. It's literally the dream. Oh no.
Interested they're not showing a therapist's face in the background being vaguely childish. Well, now you can, yeah.
I
Evelyn, she
thought
does
about-
not have a face.
I thought about that in the first episode as well.
Yeah.
Welcome to Life is Strange episode 5, Polarized. I mean,
Welcome to Dream Sequence 2.0.
here we go.
Electric Boogaloo. Oh my god, are all the faces her face?
These don't belong to Dr. Lynn.
Go back over to the poster with the emotions because I think they've all changed
Okay.
into her face.
Okay.
Tuning.
Welcome to the internet. Have a look around.
Anything the brain of yours
Oh.
can think of can be found.
We can take the family photos.
Oh.
Oh yeah, they have.
Yep,
I was
you're
right.
right.
I mean, they're kind of adorable. These are emojis, yes.
Where are my Alex Chen emojis? At Apple, at Google. Where are my Alex Chen emojis?
Squeenix should put them on
Really?
Twitch.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
should. Can't take poster, guitar case. Oh, what's the message?
Hey,
They need these
guitar.
Twitch emotes, yeah.
Knock, knock.
I'm glad that that's in.
Not. Oh, okay.
Oh, that's
So we've got a few options.
I'm glad that that's in sans serif font as well. So we can read it.
Yeah.
That's not a number.
No, it
I
isn't.
guess that's me. Case number 53322.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
Dr. Lynn always recorded our records our sessions.
Okay, what do we want to do first? Take the photos, open the folder, play the tape recorder, or knock on the guitar?
The guitar scares me.
The guitar scares me, so I kind of want to go for the photos first.
What's with the just tuning peg photo? What's up with that?
Don't know.
Damn. I love fucky dream shit.
This is some Alice in Wonderland shit.
Oh god. Are we going for the tape recorder next?
Yeah. Sure.
Or the folder?
Do the tape recorder. I think leaving the room is plot progression.
Yeah.
12 years ago, I made a mistake. The kind of thing that you can't undo.
Alex, you know that I care about you. With everything that has happened, I just want what's best for you.
Interesting parallels between what we were saying about hero complexes and Jed and the role of certain mental health professionals.
I'm thinking that Jed didn't save people. But
Yeah.
he buried it, yeah.
100%.
100%.
Or he may have saved people, but how many did he kill?
Yeah.
Alexandra Alex Chen, 21 years old, gender F. F in the chat.
F in the chat for gender. Gender is dead and we killed it.
Alex Chen killed it. Symptoms. Here we go.
We have F's in
Okay,
chat.
okay, this is gonna be interesting with regards to our episode 1, discussion about the possibility of the empath power being like a BPD allegory.
Yeah, it's definitely BPD coded.
Yeah. Symptoms, emotional instability.
Oh, that's the big one, isn't it?
Yeah,
BPD.
it's literally an emotional regulation dysfunction, BPD. Occasional violent outbursts. That's not a symptom.
No.
That is literally not a symptom of anything. Okay. Hallucinations, visual hallucinations, oral, delusional ideation. All of those are BPD symptoms.
Depression and anxiety.
Depression and anxiety.
Diagnosis, but we don't know.
Hmm.
Also, never heard it called oral hallucination and not auditory.
Auditory, yeah, same.
Oral hallucination makes...
That sounded so weird when you said that.
Anyway.
It would be spelt differently.
I know that, but it was just the accent.
Anyway.
Anyway. Shall I read it?
Sure.
Alex experiences a detailed and robust delusion that she's able to read other people's emotional states and believes that, because of this ability, she is uniquely equipped to help others overcome their own emotional trauma. It's difficult to overlook the irony. Someone as profoundly dysfunctional as Alex adopting the role of the emotional caretaker.
Well,
Had she not been returned to my care, I do not think it's hyperbolic to speculate that her reckless attempts at fixing her friends and family would eventually have gotten someone hurt. It's my belief that Alex's delusions constitute a threat to her continued well-being, as well as those around as those of others. As such, I recommend Alex to be thrown down an endless pit, her body shattered against each jutting board and errant brick until she is forgotten in the dark place beneath the world. This is, in my professional opinion, the most humane thing that we can do for her.
I mean, I'm not saying that that's basically what institutionalizing mentally ill people is, but
it's hiding
it
them.
is.
I'm not gonna lie to you, as someone who has worked in inpatienting, I definitely feel like that whole thing is meant to be a metaphor for what they do to people in mental health circumstances, especially people who are like considered to be severely or unfixable, if that makes sense. And that is language that they use. Like, it's not even, I'm not going to, like, I remember working in a hospital where people would say to me that there were patients who got sent there because the NHS couldn't fix them. That's actual language that they use, and it's not even like it happens once or twice. It's commonplace. It's common language that is used in mental health systems, and it's violent. It's violent, and so I feel like that as someone who, in a professional capacity, has had to look and work with patients and be part of their care. I definitely feel like that document was meant to be like a metaphor or an allegory for the way that kids and young adults are treated in the system.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it's literally a, like, out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, exactly.
That's literally what it's like. Institutionalization and incarceration does.
Alex Chen.
This is so trippy.
My guitar case has never heard of me. Sure. Huh.
Oh,
God.
case number 53322.
Nice. I'm just getting so many throwbacks to the first game.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
time to
it
Nancy
is.
Drew. Fusha said some stuff. I mean, those that aren't in the best place emotionally themselves becoming emotional caretakers.
100%.
about the psyche talking.
Yeah, I mean, like,
yeah,
I'm that.
not the whole thrown down a mind
Hashtag.
thing.
Yeah.
Not
like,
the whole thrown down a mind thing that doesn't usually happen as a treatment.
No, but
Usually.
it is essentially, like, analogous to, you know, incarcerating mentally ill people.
Yeah.
Put
Like-
them in a big hole that they can never get out of.
Yeah, that's
That
what
is
it
what
And
is.
no one
system-
has to look at them.
And
Yeah.
then the worst part about it as well is the system treats them like a burden because they're the ones who put them in that hole. And then when they can't get themselves out of that
Gave
hole,
me
the
this
system
guitar.
tricks them and makes them seem like it's
But he
their
never
fault.
heard me play.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Fush said your laugh sounded like Goofy. You did a yuck.
Yeah, that's become how I process bad emotions. Like, I absolutely 100% have a habit which, of, like, you know, if I don't want to, like, confront a horrible feeling, I start, like, laughing, and not even, like, on purpose, like, it just happens, and, like, sometimes I'm in a therapy session and my therapist looks at me like, why are you laughing about this really, like, why are you laughing about this really horrible thing? And she just looks at me, like, so concerned, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, I just can't, like,
It's just happening,
it's just
I can't.
happening, I just
Yeah.
can't.
Evelyn's saying the way they're putting a lot of emphasis on the case number is interesting. as well.
Yeah.
Like this, like it's the reduction of a person to a number, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
it's
because
a-
she saw it as her name and then was like, oh wait, it's just a number.
it's just a number, yeah. A lot of really good politics around, like, the carceral system in this game so far, and
Oh yeah, because that applies to prisoners as well, doesn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Of like mental health case numbers, but then also prisoners' identities. Take Squid Game for example.
Angela Davis in Our Prisons Obsolete, which we recommended when we were playing episode 4, has a really, really good segment on how mental health institutions are basically prisons, and they serve the same political function as prisons.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, do we want to fix it first or play it?
I would imagine fix it. I think if we tried to play it, it'd tell us we need to fix it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if people hadn't gone to the family photos, they would have to.
This
Yeah.
is also 100% a metaphor.
Yeah.
But we're gonna fix it. Because that's what we do.
Yeah, Fush said, I make jokes about my own situations. It makes it easier to process. Makes me feel like the cartoon main character.
Yep. I find everything inappropriately funny.
I think Our Prison's Obsolete is also on our bookshop link. If
Yes.
you fancy indirectly chucking us some money. Oh my god, it's Life is Strange 1.
Oh my god, literally.
Honestly. And none of that is meant as a dig. Like
No.
like me being like, this is reminding me of the first game in like various ways.
Oh shit.
Oh, no.
Oh shit.
Oh fuck.
Oh god.
I mean, is this her reality after falling down the hole?
Probably,
Maybe.
yeah. Well,
Didn't even get to leave the room.
I
no.
wonder what happens if you try to leave the room.
Yeah. Maybe it like the door is locked or something. I don't know. Fuck. We are in Until Dawn.
This is very Until Dawn,
Yeah.
but that plank saved her life.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah, this is where you get a quick time event. It doesn't let you leave the room, okay.
This is so Until Dawn.
Oh my god, shit.
We're gonna get thrown back into the psyche.
That is an enormous fall.
Yeah.
Also, I love that, thrown back into the psyche.
It's basically just like, no, heart. Quick time events, let's go. Oh, don't.
God, can you imagine if they put quick time events in this game? I'd be like,
I mean, the
0.
decisions are basically quick time events.
Oh, we're back. Back for round 2. Electric Boogaloo.
Alex.
Oh dear.
Oh god.
Gabe? You're dead.
So? Lots of people are dead, Alex. Most people.
Where are we?
I want to say a hospital.
Dr. Mendez to intensive care. Dr. Mendez to intensive care.
Oh god.
Yep, definitely a hospital.
It's gonna be a childhood memory.
Gabe.
I feel like it.
Okay, here's what I do know.
I'm getting that.
You were 10, I am
There we go.
14. Our mother is sick. So is our father.
I always wondered if they were
But
going to bring
it's a
up the
different
family.
kind of sickness.
Been waiting for it.
Dad's got a
Play your
different
part.
kind of sickness.
Oh god.
He's abusive, right?
I think so, yeah.
They've alluded to that.
Gabe, why?
I didn't do anything. Both of you.
Dad.
Behave.
I don't like that they haven't been transformed into their kid selves. That's making the adult version of them
Go check on your mother.
play this out.
Kind of worried about what
Okay.
his mum's in hospital for.
I think their mum died. Right, they talked about her being sick.
Yeah.
And then, like, my assumption was that, like, she was sick, she died,
She was
and then,
right over there, waiting for me.
I feel like the empty bed kind of confirms that, but we'll see. And then, because, like, their father is, like, abusive and horrible, like, they ended up being...
They, like, ran away, I think.
They ran away or something, and they ended up in the foster care system.
Yeah, like, from what I could tell, is that, like, Gabe was looking out for them too, but then...
There it is.
Because he's 4 years
The
older, he was
painting
an
that
adult, but
taught
she
me
wasn't,
that
so she
art
got taken into the
sucked
foster care
sometimes.
system.
Yeah.
Is what I was getting.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys,
Gabe
it's
and I
likely
used
to
to
get
watch
extremely
cartoons on this
heavy.
thing after
Yeah,
school.
so just little warnings for triggers and stuff will come up.
Yeah, I'm already feeling like things.
Yeah, I know you don't like hospitals.
I don't like hospitals, and it's also like...
If you start to get triggered, I can take over the controller for you, okay?
Thanks, I appreciate that. I will try to stop laughing and doing stupid dances to avoid my feelings.
It's alright. If you also need to take a little
Gabe?
break, it's okay.
Alex, I need you to listen very carefully. We got some scary news today, and we're going to be spending some time at the hospital.
What? Mom? Are you okay?
Hush now. It's going to be okay. Do you
understand me,
Anyone wants a mango, then
things will
welcome to
be
it.
different
Just as a,
for a little while.
nice thing.
But I am going to be okay.
She knew. Even then, she knew.
Either the symbolism to them being adult versions, or animators didn't want a 3D model their kid versions.
I 100% like immediately thought there was symbolism to
Same,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because like
That's why I felt uncomfortable about it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Not because I was like, this just looks wrong, but like...
yeah, because like not to, I don't know, get like like all psychologist stuff in here, but like the reason why like a lot of us who experience trauma as children like continue to have dysfunctional relationships and patterns is often theorized as essentially like I guess like incomplete growth, like the growth that you need to do to, or the development, that's a more psychological term, the development that you need to do as a child, like the emotional development that you need to do in order to like have healthy relationships with yourself and others doesn't take place when you have like a traumatic, unhealthy or unstable childhood. So like I mean certainly like in the form of therapy that I do, schema therapy, like we often talk about like my healthy adult self and my child self, quote unquote, that reenacts like unhealthy and like traumatic patterns from my childhood. So like this, so it like it immediately said something interesting to me about how like they are still carrying their childhood trauma with them as adults, right? Like in their lives, like in a very like real way.
And in the inverse as well, I think there's something to be said for traumatic experiences when you're younger, in particular when it comes to like abusive parents, forcing you to grow up a lot quicker.
Yeah,
so
100%.
you become an adult faster, but you're not equipped to do that.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I think it's very interesting you brought that up, Sara, because like there's a psychological concept where basically like you, when you experience a particularly like traumatic event, or like a continuous cycle of traumatic events, basically what your brain does is it kind of shuts down and creates like a defense mechanism for itself where it stops you from kind of emotionally growing at that point, and you actually notice a lot with people who have gone through singular traumatic events, but it is also evident in people who go through continuous traumatic events as well, where certain parts of their emotions stop at that particular age, wherever that age might be. And at that age, you start to then see those cyclic emotions come out in adulthood. So if you experience something as a teenager, you might not emotionally develop in certain ways, but it might be easier to experience vulnerabilities. But if you're a child, it might not be as easy as that. And it's very interesting, but it's also incredibly scary, especially when you realise that and you start looking at yourself and realising those things on the basis of trauma.
It's also really fucking sad.
Yeah, it's insanely sad.
It's really sad.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons why they think the premise for things like DID come from, you know,
Yeah,
because it's the idea that, like obviously I'm not an expert or anything, and I only know the adverse bit about DID, but like it's this idea that basically the psyche has become so traumatized that it's kind of split itself into different areas to take care of that person, to manage the trauma and to understand and process the trauma, because it's just become so cyclic.
No one person can have so much trauma, so we split it between a whole system.
Exactly, and that's where alters come from.
Yeah.
And it's something that also like is completely like in keeping with a lot of theory about how like trauma affects like your emotional and like mental development, because like as a general thing, like, you know, when we're talking about DID, we're talking about like, you know, for lack of a better word, a very extreme version of splitting, but like splitting is something that people do in like various ways. Like when we talk about like compartmentalization or emotional suppression or dissociation, all of those are like in a way like forms of splitting in order to cope with traumatic events.
You're
Yep.
splitting one part of your brain from another.
Yeah,
Or you're
exactly.
splitting your consciousness from your body in the case of how I feel when I'm dissociating.
Yeah,
Same, yeah.
exactly.
I get that. When I'm dissociating,
So
it's almost...
much time in here.
It feels like,
I basically memorized every
especially
article.
recently when I've experienced it, it's been very sort of like, my brain is consciously aware of certain situations around me, but it's almost like I'm in this constant state of fog. And like my brain is kind of trying to be like, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, but I can't do it, and I can't get myself past it, and it's very, very difficult. It's very hard to deal with, and
Just got lucky.
honestly, the safest place I feel like in those situations is my bed. Because I'm a massive control freak as a person with autism, so when something like that happens to me, I'm like, no, I need to be in my bed.
Just on the other side.
You know.
Is soft and warm and big hug,
Yeah.
and you can control it.
Exactly.
How many nights did Dad spend in this room? Sleeping in an uncomfortable chair and eating vending machine dinners. There's something so weird and scary about watching your dad cry.
Mom. Every time I saw her, I worried it would be the last. Hi, Mom. Mom. Mom.
Such a brave girl. How do you ever get so brave?
Is that how it went? You don't think you missed anything?
Let's recycle some trauma, folks.
Ow! Gabe, why?
I didn't do anything.
This is
Both of
exactly like the first game.
Dad.
It's rewinding.
Behave.
But
She needs to process this.
yeah, this is like a really interesting thing about like processing trauma.
Alex, go check on your mother.
Because your brain blocks out things.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and then when it does, when you block out a memory and it all of a sudden comes to the front of your consciousness, it's almost like it's on a loop like this. It's how post-traumatic stress disorder works actually,
Wait.
in the sense that essentially
Did I
what's
miss
happened is
something?
your brain has this memory that it hasn't been able to process, and
matter
so
how much
small
Mom drank,
things that could be
throat
scents,
was
it
always
could be images, it could be people look alike or feelings, just trigger it into the front of your consciousness, and when that happens you experience it kind of on a time loop, you know.
Can you get into the bathroom?
No, I don't think so.
I feel like I looked at everything.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, this bathroom.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
no.
Alright, well, I'm just gonna try going in again.
Okay.
Yeah. It might just be a case of brute forcing it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I need to look at everything again. Like, is that...
How many nights did Dad spend in this room? There's something so weird and scary.
Hi, Mom. Mom. Mom.
Water, Alex. Get her some water.
I had a feeling the water wasn't there before.
Yeah, same. Just like acknowledging it so that we can go get the water.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm getting some ideas.
She put the water in her butt. She wasn't holding it anymore.
Not wrong.
Why would you put the water on the other side of the room? Sorry, weird technical thing I was a bit confused about.
Thank you.
For gameplay.
Yeah, but it sounds stupid.
You almost never cried, even when you were very small. Did you know that?
Not a good thing.
I'm adding up a lot of things in
That's
my
been
head.
my biggest challenge with you. How do you take care of someone who is already so strong?
Crying does not equate strength. Ooh.
No tears, my strong girl. I want you to make me a promise. Your brother, your father, they are going to need you. You have to be strong. Will you do that, Alex?
No!
No!
No! It's not her job!
You are not an emotional fucking punching bag.
You're not their mother! You okay?
Such a brave girl.
Do you need a minute?
No,
How do you
fine.
ever get
You
so
sure?
brave?
Yeah. But I have some thoughts.
Okay.
Felicia has raised the point that in this situation she was 10 years old.
Yeah.
Charlotte said this feels very Asian girl in the family as well.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So that was kind of one of the things I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
As an Asian girl in the family.
Is that TV static?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charlotte says, I mean girl in an Asian family. That was a weird sentence structure.
Yeah. We gotcha.
Yeah. Shoo shoo.
Hmm?
Shoo shoo.
Oh, shoo shoo.
Was that the last time you talked to her? Mom.
I think so.
Do you miss her?
Gabe, what's going on?
You're 11, I'm almost 15. Dad and I are time bombs. You keep running back and forth, trying to defuse us both.
Is that him coming home?
Dear.
This is going to suck so bad.
Thank you for the warning, Gabe. I'm not sure I'm ready for this.
Play your part.
If I'm not, then I'll say something.
It's interesting, the repetition of play your part.
There was only ever one thing to do when they got like this. Drown them out and wait for it to pass. The volume dial was my best friend on days like this.
Alex? Hey. It's okay. It's just me. But you know that's not how it went down, right?
Why does he keep telling her that?
I don't know.
He doesn't want to know.
The book keeps coming up. Do we have journal entries?
It was my job to keep the peace.
Oh.
Okay, how foolish of us to forget that in the nightmare sequences there are fucked up nightmare journal and text entries.
Yeah.
Let's check my block.
ISO, one missing patient, answers to Alex. She was always scratching at the door, trying to get out, but she's declawed, so her capability to fend for herself is minimal. If spotted, please exercise caution when approaching. She will appear friendly and normal, but we had some behavioural issues in the past. Please help me find my patient. I'm starting to get really worried. The poster has disabled replies.
Well, the consistent cat imagery makes more sense now.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's making lots of interest.
Not just gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also trauma.
I think it's gay and I think cats are just gay and trauma.
And trauma, yeah.
Attention residents, please join me in welcoming Alex Chen back to Helping Hands. We're happy, though not surprised, that Alex has once more submitted herself to the stultifying and inescapable embrace of our institution.
Exactly what I was trying to say before. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's
also,
a prison.
It's a prison and she's blaming her for it.
Yeah, Push is saying, Gabe in the sequence is trying to guide her to go through each sequence. Maybe, but I feel like he's maybe trying to reveal the things that she's blocked out about her past, but I don't like the way that he's saying it.
Yeah.
It's like I understand that in theory, but like the idea that like, especially because like what's unfolding is like heavily gendered and racialized.
Yeah.
Like the idea that like a man is telling me that I don't remember things correctly is something that's immediately triggering
It's-
my
it's-
fight
yeah.
or flight response.
It's a huge red flag, yeah.
Gaslighting.
In light of all the recent excitement, now is a good time to remind Helping Hands residents that impulses to leave our institution, while understandable, are best resisted. Remember, the outside world is sharp-toothed and possessed of an insatiable hunger, and you are soft and slow and appetizing. Why throw yourself into its mouth? Throw yourself instead into mine.
But both are monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god. Okay.
Alex Chen, age 10, sadness. Oh, pictures.
Oh, this is the first time this is a journal for our emotions.
Yeah.
For Alex's
we
emotions.
are addressing this now.
Oh, Jesus.
Today we went back to the hospital because my mum is sick. Our neighbour drove us there because my dad stayed the night with my mum. I wanted to bring my rat Shushu because I always bring Shushu when I go to the hospital to see my mum, but I forgot. Mum says I have to take care of my brother and my dad. She used to not be so skinny, but now she is so skinny. I wish she was not so skinny, and I wish she could come home. She gave me a necklace she wears sometimes.
Alex Chen, age 11, fear. Remember to keep everyone happy. To do homework, English, history, math, and health. Done. Vacuum. Done. Dust surfaces. Done. Organize bills. Done. Call pharmacy. Ari, dad's blood pressure meds. Done. All things that a child should not be doing.
Yeah.
Break time. Listen to records. 5 minutes. No more. Gabe's laundry. Start. Make rice. Chop veggies. Cook chicken. Throw veggies into pan with chicken. Serve. Gabe's laundry. Washer, then dryer. Dad's laundry. Start.
What does the purple say? Chores, 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 chores. Over and over and over again, I think is what it says.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
this is...
Mimi, I can't remember if you've played this or not, but yeah, end of chapter 4, Jed shot Alex, and she fell backwards into an abandoned mine shaft, and now we are in Nightmare Realm.
We are in Nightmare Dream Sequence Round 2 Electric Boogaloo right now.
Yeah.
And it is traumatizing.
Yeah.
So, this one's really particularly interesting though, because, like, I mean, it's obvious what she's sad about here, right? But it's not as obvious what she's afraid of.
Yeah.
Presumably
here.
the consequences of not doing the things or not keeping her promise to her mum.
Also,
So that's a good point, especially if we know that her father is violent. There could be violent consequences for not doing the things.
yeah. Also, what I was going to say as well was in the sadness, if you go back, one of the things that I thought was really interesting was the fact that on the left side, everything is written sort of in the same sort of way that, not as in a creative way, but in the sort of same sort of mindset of this 21-year-old self. But that sentence there is very much written like a 10-year-old child, and it's like her brain is stuck between the two a little bit in that particular state.
I kind of even thought that the first bit
I thought the
sounded
first
like a
bit
child's
was.
writing.
It's got extremely long run-on sentences with repetition and no
it's just like
punctuation.
factual.
Yeah.
But it's just the way that the sentence that she wrote afterwards, she used to be so skinny, but now she used to not be so skinny, but now she's so skinny. I wish she was not so skinny, and I wish she would come home. It's so childlike sadness.
Yeah.
It's so childlike sad. Whereas the way that she's written the other one is very sort of, it's sad, but it's still very sort of like not as emotional. Whereas that sentence is so emotional. It's so 10-year-old emotional child. And it's just an interesting breakup that they've done there.
The left-hand side is what you would write in, what I used to write in a diary a lot.
Yeah.
The left-hand side is what you would write in your diary to be like, today I did this.
Yeah.
Whereas the right-hand side is more of that emotional venting side. The to-do list has really got to me.
Yeah, me too.
Me too. Yeah, so there's definitely the possibility of like violent consequences from her father, but like kind of like you said, Daz, like letting down her promise to her mother. Yeah, I wonder if there's anything else there, but she's already losing herself, you know?
Yeah.
And this is not... This is an 11-year-old child.
Yeah.
This is an 11-year-old child, and she's doing all the housework. She's organising the bills, she's calling the doctor, she's making the food, she's doing the laundry, and she's doing her homework.
Yeah.
And she's only allowed a break for 5 minutes.
Yeah. We've got some comments in chat about it, like, Fuisha said, calling the pharmacy and they pick up to an 11-year-old asking about blood pressure meds, dear God. And then Charlotte said, can you even allow 11-year-olds to do that stuff? Mimi said, why ain't Gabe doing his own laundry? Why the dad got his kid cooking for them? I just want to talk.
No, that's a really interesting point, Mimi, because I was kind of thinking about the fact that we, up until this point, and I'm not saying I don't still like Gabe, and I think that this is again particularly interesting because the first episode was side A and this is side B.
Yeah.
And they're the only 2 episodes that have had Gabe in them.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting because in the first episode, Gabe is 100% this, like, perfect, like, supportive brother character. But now we're starting to see how he has contributed to, like, Alex's, like, emotional issues.
I think that's why he was overcompensating so much when we first reunited with him, is because he realised what he'd done wrong and was trying to make up for it.
Yeah, it's I can see that a little bit, like, and I think that something I've noticed as well with Gabe is that, like, I feel like the game is giving us hints about stuff like the fact that he keeps every time she's reprocessing something, like he keeps hitting her in the arm, and for some reason my brain is just going a bit.
Maybe he was violent towards her.
Yeah, my brain is getting a little bit, because, like, that's the kind of thing that you know, will emotionally shut yourself off from when you're trying to convince yourself that someone is a good person. Your brain might process it or manifest it in a slightly different way, rather than this is actually what happened. And I don't know, it's just the whole vibe has been thrown off. The way he's talking to her in a possessive but also really, I would say, borderline threatening context, and then that keeps coming up, and then the fact that Gabe's on here as well, the fact that it's like, do Gabe's laundry. I don't know, all of the signs are giving me really, really weird things, and the fact that, like, he's, so far, all we've seen of both of the men in this scene is them yelling at each other. We've seen Alex's dad push Gabe, but we've just seen them yelling at each other, which means that right now they're both on the same level in the playing field.
Yeah.
Which is the thing, it's setting off some really bad vibes for me right now.
Yeah. People in chat are asking to see what Alex's childhood handwriting looks like.
Yes, that would be good.
Just by switching it back in settings.
Yeah.
And people are saying about how, like, Gabe is complicit in this to an extent, but also, like, he was also a child at this point, but he was an older child. And also, all of this labour is extremely gendered.
Like, I feel
not even
very...
taking a share of it.
I feel very strongly on that.
I think I want to be slightly careful with that, just because, like, as someone who has had relationships, not similar to this, but I've had bad relationships with, you know, siblings, especially older ones. Like, just because they're a child doesn't mean that even if they're a couple of years older that they know more than you, and they can't be manipulative, and they can't use certain things against you, like, and treat you badly. Like, it's still, yeah, he might be a child, but he's still complicit by the looks of it in doing bad things.
Yeah, 100%. And, like, I 100% what is going on here as well is that Gabe is emulating his father's behavior, and Alex is emulating her mother's behavior. Like, and it's, like, incredibly gendered. So, like, Gabe is, like, obviously also on the receiving end of, like, bad behavior and, like, violence from his father, but, like, again, in a heavily gendered way. He's, like, acting out by, like, yelling at his dad and maybe, like, potentially, like, getting violent, and we know he ended up in juvie and stuff. And, like, he's not taking into account, like, Alex's needs and stuff at all, and Alex is completely, like, internalizing everything and, like, becoming someone who, like, serves both of, like, the men in the family, basically. And, like, that is from the very brief interaction that we had with her mother. Like, I have no doubt that it isn't just about the one time that she said that one thing.
No.
Like, undoubtedly she has observed her mother up until, you know, the age of 10, like, be that, you know, I don't want, like, I feel like it's very, like, charged to say subservient Asian woman, because, like, there's a lot of problems with that.
Yeah.
But, like, taking that very gendered role of, like, domestic labor and of emotional labor, and expecting that her daughter would do the same.
Yeah.
And I have no doubt that, like, even if her mother hadn't died at the age of 10, that, like, her mother would continue to demonstrate that behavior, and that Alex would continue to emulate that behavior.
Yeah.
But not with the, like, severity of this. She is now the mother figure at the age of 11.
Yeah.
She is now the mother figure, and the father is fine with this because that's what a woman is there for, and the brother, without even thinking, because he's emulating his father again without even thinking.
Yeah.
And he's seen how his mother has behaved, is doing that. And the thing is that, like, is Gabe being intentionally violent? Absolutely not. Is Gabe also traumatized? Absolutely. Is Gabe like, very young and doesn't know how to deal with this? Absolutely. But, like, in no scenario do I think that that makes it okay.
No.
And I think that he knows that, because, like, when he becomes an adult and stuff, he has his make shit right list, right?
Yeah.
Like, he knows that he did wrong.
He begins to make amends, and he made, like, a decent way through the list.
And that's good.
And
like...
the first thing on his list was to find Alex.
Yeah.
And it's not just about finding Alex. I think it's about the fact that he knows, like, he realized before he died, he was like, damn, like, when we were growing up, like, I was not, like, good to my sister. Like, I made her basically, like, take on a mother role.
The end of the list was also forgive dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, was not super high priority.
Yeah.
Also, Fuisha's saying hydrate.
I've just done the hydrate.
Yeah, sorry, you are losing your voice. I'm gonna get some squash. Please go on without me.
But yeah, I think that that's, like, how I'm feeling about a lot of it at the moment, because, like, I also, like, you know, am someone who, like, takes on other people's emotions a lot and doesn't really, like, confront my own emotions a lot, and I'm working on that, and, you know, that's one of the many reasons why I'm in therapy, but, like, that does have a lot to do with, like, how I was raised, and, like, the behaviors that I witnessed in my family growing up and that were normalized, and the things that were expected of me as, like, a woman. And I think that I just feel quite strongly about it, like, in a racialized as well as a gendered way, because I think that, like, you know, a lot of the time, like, white people are really judgy about this shit, so, like, they'd be like, oh, it's so fucked up that Alex's mother, like, said that to her and like, you know, modeled that behavior to her. And, like, yeah, it's super unhealthy. But, like, you know, this is what, like, women have been taught for, like, generations.
But yeah,
and it's not, like, her individual fault. Like, it's unhealthy for sure. And, like, she has responsibility for, like, the effect that that had on her daughter. But, like, it's not because Asian people are fucking backwards, or because we hate women, or we're more like anti-feminist. It's because, I mean, in large part, it's actually to do with white supremacy and colonialism, because a lot of this shit, like this, like, gendered labor and, like, this nuclear family shit, that came from y'all. That came from y'all importing the nuclear family structure and the gender binary on our cultures. So I just feel really strongly about like all of this for personal reasons and for like the political reasons, and I just think that that's really important to say.
Oh yeah, 100.
This was the only glass you had in the cupboard.
Yeah, I'll toast to that. Like,
loves this for you.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Ouch. Are we gonna
Mic drop from Sara?
Yeah. It's just like, and I fucking leave the room.
Mic well and truly dropped.
Yeah.
Gabe had barely used this backpack in weeks. Nobody could get him to go to school. Mom and Dad had this TV before they had either of us.
And like, this is clearly a poor family as well.
Yeah.
It's a poor Asian family.
The most expensive thing we owned.
Oh no, Charlotte, we weren't. That wasn't aimed at you. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, no, that was not a personal.
It is a dynamic
thing.
that is common in Asian families, but that isn't in and of itself a negative comment on
No, it's a generalized comment.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry.
Like the y'all was like, you know, understanding that most of our viewership is probably white because we're an Anglophone channel based in the UK.
Dad's laundry.
And gamers.
I always
And
said
gamers.
it was done so he could find it.
I mean, based on the majority of our hate comments, you'd assume our audience
At least I managed to hold on to you.
100%.
Yeah. Yeah, no, everyone in stream is lovely, and you've all been making
Cleaning
some
Dad's
amazing and
ashtray
nuanced
was
points.
not my favorite job
Yeah.
in the world.
I'm sorry if that came across as like targeted in any way, but it's not. You okay?
Yeah, just
The ashtray.
the ashtray's kind of triggering.
Okay.
It was full of greeting cards. Mom kept every single one we ever got.
I do really like seeing the little bits of culture around the house.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
I like
Thanks
seeing
for
the
trying,
jack-o'-lantern
Kika.
compared with the red lantern.
Yeah.
My job was to sort them in order of how close we were to a collections notice. I wanted to be a werewolf that Halloween. Couldn't afford the costume.
Probably also the lingering fear that the family was falling apart, and she was the only thing even vaguely keeping it together.
That
She is the
business
glue.
card's got a feeling on it.
Yeah, here we go.
Is it Child Protective Services?
Yep.
Hey
Oh
Gabe,
dear.
I'm Leslie Halloran. I'm from the Oregon State Child Protective Services. We got a call from someone who said there might have been some kind of fight here last night. Is your dad home?
Is that Alex doing a voice?
Oh gosh, you know what? We were, that was like rehearsal. And I'm in this play at school, and my dad, like, he was helping me learn my lines.
Must be some play. But if you need anything, my number is on there. Okay?
Yeah, I think that's a different person.
Almost empty. Almost always. 2 cups water for 1 cup rice. Set timer for 30 minutes. Do your history homework. Serve.
Staple of every Asian household.
I really want a
We
rice
never
cooker.
really touched these after
They're
Mom died.
a godsend.
If someone wants to buy me a rice cooker, like, I'll love you forever.
Gabe used to steal Dad's beer all the
Donate
time.
to the channel so that
It was like
Yeah.
the one thing they didn't fight about.
I need one.
The one I have is pretty cheap, and I mean, it kind of burns the rice at the bottom, but it does the job, so.
Yeah.
Charlotte's saying,
Mom's old sewing
so
kit.
my family had some money troubles when I
Don't
was
think
growing up.
I've ever
but I
even
was very
tasted a
fortunate.
butter cookie.
And then my mum shielded me from it.
Gabe loved Son
So it
of
wasn't
Lead
good for
back
her,
when it was an indie.
But I did not have to deal directly
It
with those
was
money
too
issues because I
gory
was a
for
child.
me.
Cannot imagine the guilt and stress of being that aware of it.
And, like, directly dealing with it.
I had
as
a
well, yeah.
similar experience.
The
like,
killer mistress tabs in this book.
As
aren't even
I got
close to
older,
right.
I became more aware. Like, at one point, my mom was working 3 jobs, including one of them being at my school. But I didn't find out until I was much older just the amount of shit that we were in when I was a kid.
Yeah, it's the same for me. Like, when I was a kid, like, I was always aware of the fact that, like,
they were ever
we
this
had
happy.
money issues, and there were lots of money issues, because, like, whenever my parents would fight, it was kind of, like, about that. And, like, the problem with going to a secondary school where everybody's from wealthy families is that you stick out like a fucking sore thumb.
Gabe
And
used to
people
steal
would,
Dad's beer all the time.
the class
It was,
divide
like,
at my school was
the one
horrendous,
thing
and the
they
way that
didn't
we were
fight about.
treated as like working class kids was awful. But like, it was when my parents have told me now about some of the stuff that we went through. Like, I knew some of it, but like some of it I'm just like, it makes so much sense for some of the things that happened, you know.
Yeah.
Also, she just said Gabe used to steal Dad's beer sometimes, so they were also drinking, both of them.
Yay, there we go.
So the two men in the house were drinking and fighting all the time, and she was doing literally everything and trying to go to school and be a person. This is gonna be...
Yeah, I mean...
It was full of greeting cards.
I mean, Gabe and their dad are
Mom kept
basically
every
having a
single
pissing
one we ever
contest
got.
over who's the man of the house.
Yeah, 100%.
Who's dick's bigger? Thought she was gonna hide under the table there.
So something has to be different this time, right?
Yeah, I'm just worried as to what that's gonna be. That's what I'm worried about. Oh, stop lingering on the ashtray.
Okay, well, I'll leave this, because it doesn't seem to be doing anything. Also, I don't know if there was meant to be music playing when she has...
I imagine so.
But I actually found the effect of it being completely silent really powerful.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I think it's more powerful for that reason.
It'd be interesting to see what it's like with music, but
So I guess we've got to leave the door.
Where you going? Are you gonna tell her? Or is that my job?
Keep your voice down.
Fine, I'll do it. Alex, Dad lost his job again. So we're broke. Again.
Don't talk to me that way. Despite what you may believe, you do not know everything. You think what? I laid myself off?
It's okay. We'll figure it out. I
don't know, Dad.
Don't get in between
What
them.
are we supposed to do now? We gotta eat.
We can sell some records. Or what about my guitar? We can sell that.
Alex, what is it gonna take to get you to stop defending him?
Your mother could see you now.
I don't want to hear about Mom.
Babe!
I'm so tired of you using her as an excuse to be a piece of shit. Don't fucking touch me, piece of shit. Damn it, Alex.
I'm okay. It's okay. It was an accident.
Alex, I didn't...
Dad, it's okay. Really, I'm not hurt.
I can't do this.
Dad?
Excuse me? Excuse me?
Someone will come. That woman from CPS. Someone.
Are you fucking joking? That was not what I expected, and that's somehow worse.
Yeah,
It's 100% worse. It's 100% worse.
I didn't think he was literally going to abandon his children.
Wow.
And now she thinks it's her fault. Because she got hurt.
Oh god.
And that's the last memory he has of her mother. This is like physically painful, y'all.
Yeah. Apparently the song playing is Thank You by Dodo.
By Dido.
Dido, yeah. Dodo has been written.
No.
I did think it was Dido, but...
That's the like full version of the song that she did after she did the...
With Eminem.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically she did like a... From that sample, like the whole song. It's really good.
It's a really fucking good song.
Yeah. I feel like Charlotte probably had a huge hand in Gabe being as well adjusted as he was.
Yeah, 100%.
Now that's interesting.
Yeah, like the emotional labour that probably
that
took
also,
is what Charlotte has said.
also comes across as very racially charged and gendered, doesn't it?
Not saying he was
you
he
a
was trash
question?
beforehand, but those self-help and parenting books showed
orphanage
she
is
clearly
this?
helped him a lot.
The one in Grant Park? Kind of thought it'd be nicer.
I can't do this, okay?
The fact he fucking took the locket,
Yeah.
didn't even leave her with something to remember her mum by.
Yeah, honestly.
I am thinking words in my head
need
right
to.
now that I'm not going to say out
You
loud.
need to be honest about what you see.
I was. I have. And now I'm done.
Almost. But not yet. You were 12, I am 16. I steal a car and end up in juvie.
Gabe, come on.
Then you're 13, 14, 15. Orphanages, group homes, musty rooms in the strange houses of foster parents. By the time you're 17, you've seen them all.
So she's saying
Somewhere
this
along the
one's probably
line,
going to be to do with anger.
you start to feel things.
Which makes sense because the previous two were fear and sadness.
Yeah.
Your own emotions don't belong to you. You have nothing. No one. You are alone.
I don't want this.
Alex. Play your part.
Stop saying that!
Play my part.
I'm like, okay, but like my body is going through the motions.
Do
Like,
you need me to try and take it
I
for
am
a little bit?
seething. We have been reading all of your chat. We would like to give Alex Chen a big hug.
Yeah, 100%.
And we are
I used to
all
write
three.
them every day.
All three of us
Stupid.
are projecting very hard
Why?
onto this cartoon
You
woman.
clearly missed him.
yeah.
Why have I got
And
a
I
Twitch
thought he missed me.
notification?
Because we
Oh,
went
it's
live.
me! It's me telling her
Yeah.
to go live, even though I'm on the thing.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something. I forgot. Right. You know how you feel trauma in the body?
Yeah.
Yes,
My
100%.
body is really going through emotions right now.
Guess I
My
missed a few
shoulders have
days.
gotten really stiff and sore all of a sudden, and my back is hurting.
Copy pasta is probably the closest thing to what that is, yes.
How
Also,
you
I'm
the
really
text
hot.
thing.
What, copy paste?
It's like a
How
copy
long
pasta.
you've had that
What
thing?
does that mean?
Which is a
That
text-based
thing
meme that
was
you
my
would
only
copy
friend
paste
after you
into
left.
Twitch chat.
Right.
Oh, right, okay.
Gotcha.
I'm really, really hot.
We weren't allowed to bring
I'm really
glass into the
cold.
dorms.
Can we
We
swap?
weren't allowed to bring glass
I wish
into
I
the
knew
dorms.
how.
So we had to
Do I need
drink
to put a blanket on you?
They put me on so many meds.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
shame.
Jesus Christ. So
Oh, for
she was
fuck's
on.
Wait, these are all
Our
different
co-
people.
Yeah. So she was.
No.
No. Oh my God.
Oh,
what
her
the
list
fuck?
is big.
She's on aripiprazole, lithium,
Methylphenidate. That's
And risperidone all at the same time.
methylphenidate's ADHD medication, and
So-
40 milligrams is high.
So, just so we're aware, like, so aripiprazole and risperidone, for anybody who doesn't know, are antipsychotics. Lithium is a mood stabilizer, which is used primarily for the diagnosis of bipolar disorder, and
methylphenidate hydrochloride is ADHD medication.
Yeah.
Which I take 18 milligrams once a day.
Yeah. So
because it does wear off during the day, so I imagine that's why they've got her taking it twice.
generally in good practice in the UK, you do not prescribe 2 antipsychotics at the same time, especially not on fucking high dosages like that all the time. And lithium is not prescribed to anybody who does not have a diagnosis of bipolar disorder. You do not, because of the repercussions that lithium has physically on your body, you are not allowed to be diagnosed with it unless you have a diagnosis of bipolar disorder. And they're still incredibly cautious about it. You have to have so many physical health tests done, and you do all the time when you take lithium.
Lithium is like, and look at that dose.
It's so high. It's so insane.
Yeah. Evelyn said the person on spironolactone and estradiol potentially trans.
Yeah.
Because I think estradiol is estrogen titty skittles.
Oh.
Titty skittles.
I did not know that. Did not know that. Does anyone know what spironolactone is? I do not know.
I've not heard of it. I don't know. I could look it up if you want.
Spiro is used as a T blocker.
Ah,
okay, so if they're
right.
So if this person is adolescent, they're probably on T blockers and estrogen pills.
And
Right,
it
that
also
makes so much
looks.
sense.
It also looks that they have not been dead named.
Yeah.
No.
Which,
so that's
like,
appreciated.
one good thing in this horrible institution.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Aripiprazole always a
Did any of them
horrible
ever work?
drug, though. Jesus.
Some of them helped a little.
But it's love to
None of
give to
them
kids.
fixed me.
Psychiatrists
In their
love to give it to
defense,
kids for
mutant
some reason.
empathy isn't exactly in the DSM.
They used to say this place wasn't a prison.
I mean, the combination of this and the fact that she was
Maybe
like
they were trying
they
to
weren't
keep you
allowed
safe.
to have glass in the room.
So.
Oh, it's giving me
Whatever
mental
the reason,
health
yeah.
institution
The end
vibes
result was
completely.
prison bars.
Yeah, it's a prison.
Yeah.
I took a fork in here one time and hid it under my mattress. Just 'cause, fuck you.
Dormitory rules. Residents must adhere to their assigned schedules at all times and are not permitted to loiter in the dormitory outside of designated free time. Number 2, glass and silverware are to remain in the canteen. Do not bring these into the dormitory. Number 3, non-resident guests are not permitted in the dormitory. Number 4, lights out occurs at 9 p.m. every evening. No music, no TV, no screen time after lights out. Failure to adhere to any of these rules will result in disciplinary action.
Yeah, very cool and normal things that have no resemblance at all to a prison.
Yeah. And especially if what is the disciplinary action? Probably solitary.
Yep.
Yeah.
They should have stenciled the same thing on all of us.
Property of Oregon children.
Do you really feel like you
Children's
were their
Services.
property?
Yeah.
We didn't belong to anyone else, did we? I remember the kid who put this here. Sadie?
Very
Sally.
Chloe Price vibe.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yep.
You were friends at first, right?
Way at first. Then I freaked out on her and she was done with me. Just like everyone else.
Fancy.
Everyone had one good outfit. We wore them to meet the parents.
Did it help?
Kinda think you already know the answer to that question.
Oh, God.
That feels like maybe.
I mean, Gabe's standing right there and it's like on its own.
Guitar strings.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anger.
Dear.
Fushi called it.
I don't understand. Why can't I have my guitar?
We've been over this, Alex. Your guitar stays in the rec room. You can play it during free time.
That's bullshit. I don't need it in the fucking rec room. I need it when I'm stuck in the fucking dorms.
Alex, that's enough. Maybe we'll just take away your guitar privileges entirely, if that's what you prefer.
You can't do that.
Oh, you treat a kid like that.
Yeah, like I imagine their reasoning is she could use it to harm herself or someone else. Because guitar strings can hurt you, but that's not the way to go about it.
But that's the excuse that they use in mental
That's
health
just
settings
an
all the
excuse.
time, and it's just fucking bullshit.
It's just a fucking excuse because it's always like we know what's best for you.
It's like, yeah,
and,
yeah.
like, keeping you safe from yourself. Like,
Yeah.
shut up.
It's like we'll lock you in a dorm and let you go crazy. You can't have your guitar. Like, even though the guitar is probably the thing that would stop her from hurting herself.
Literally, like the thing that's helping her mental health, take it away from her and lock her in a room.
Yeah, Charlotte said, "Oh yes, take away one of this child's only possessions."
Right.
Also, we unlocked a new memory. We get that through the journal, right?
Yeah, potentially.
Memories. Or is the memory just looking at the guitar strings?
I think it was just
okay, yeah. Things to do, replay life as an orphan.
Oh, okay, interesting. So, like, you remember how I said we missed something in episode 2? That's why it's question marks for Steph. And there's something that we missed for Riley, for Ryan, and Gabe, and a couple of things for Jed, but that might come up in this episode.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
It's like the photos.
Yeah.
Like collectibles.
Right, let's sit down and see what happens.
Yeah, I think I've touched everything. Right.
Jumble.
Oh god, I feel like
Okay, intense audio and probably bright lights. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
We haven't even gotten one of those warnings in ages.
No.
I was gonna say we never got it with...
It's because we haven't had any of the super intense emotional times like we did in episode 1 and 2.
It's true.
Apart from with Charlotte, but...
Yeah.
Oh, that's horrible. I don't like that.
Excuse me? Can you move?
Oh, this is
Who
creeping
are
me
these
out.
people and why are they looking at us?
This is really creeping me out.
Are these prospective parents?
No, oh no, I don't think so. I don't think so at all.
Don't like this.
Can I do anything? Yeah, okay. Fuck.
She's been through so much. I just don't know if we're prepared for a troubled
This is the
girl.
first time we've seen sadness on a man. I think the woman
so.
has anger as well. Oh wait, no. Oh, it switched over.
It says here she's sensitive. What does that mean?
Okay, let's see if this persists, but...
This is the anger woman I thought was...
Oh, okay.
I think...
I wonder why she's never found a home before.
That doesn't sound angry.
No. Not her being able to hear everyone judging her, yeah.
I'm sure she's a sweet girl, but she's not for us.
She's awfully old, isn't she?
They're like watching her
This
through
is
a
the
window.
kid that's been in all those fights, right?
I want to help.
It's so
I
invasive.
really do,
Yeah.
but there's just something broken. Wrong.
With her.
Yeah, people in chat are saying that the colours associated to the parents were more her feelings towards them and what they were saying about her rather than what they were feeling.
That's really interesting.
And there's this disconnect between her emotions and their emotions.
I'm sorry.
Why?
You need to see it.
See what? That nobody picked me?
Fusha's saying Gabe is going to say
Nobody
that's
picked
not
you.
how it went, is it?
Nobody picked you. Nobody wanted you. Mom died. Dad left. I bailed. You couldn't keep us together.
It was my job to keep us.
You were 11 years old. You were 11 years old. You were a kid, Alex. Let it go. People leave. Life gets hard. Sometimes it's a big shit sandwich. Make it better. Be angry at Dad. Miss Mom. Hell, be angry at me. But don't give up. No one gets to tell you what you're worth. And no one can take your life away.
This is him trying to stop her from dying in that hole.
I'm not sure I...
You have a gift. It's something you don't even understand. You can change the world. get up.
What?
Get up and fight.
Charlotte says, so it feels shit, but I guess he's encouraging her to relive these memories to show her that it's not her fault. Mimi says, I'm confused, is this his spirit or her brain speaking back to her?
It's gotta be her brain.
Yeah.
I guess, like, it's probably, like, open to interpretation of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still have complicated feelings, though, about, like, the way it was framed of consistently being, like, you don't remember it right. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
He could have gone about it better. That was a joke, why is she alive? What do you mean, why is she alive? Like I said, I don't think she was fatally shot.
No, she wasn't fatally shot, but the fall,
Yeah.
though.
I mean, she fell halfway and then fell again.
Did you see how far
Yeah.
that second fall was?
I'm surprised she didn't break her back, honestly.
Honestly. Something has to be broken, right?
Ah. The match. The lost hope.
I almost forgot about those.
Yeah.
They finally come into play.
She fell. I
The
know.
lantern! Sorry. The lantern.
I know she fell down a very big mine.
From the action has consequences.
Yeah.
Lantern.
Also the Black Lantern, Jed.
Yeah.
Oh god, I hope it's not damp.
Do you get the matches either way then? Like, no matter what the
I imagine so.
Happy spooky season.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bloody hell.
Okay, well, I mean, at least we're out of, like, childhood trauma nightmare land. I can cope a little better with this.
Yeah. If he doesn't give you the match, he only gives you it when you tell him about the care system, then you find it in the crate with the barred hat.
Oh, so you get it somehow.
Yeah. Our girl here is literally immortal, the most powerful protagonist in the franchise.
Yeah.
And Felicia said, I can't believe her glasses aren't broken. Her glasses are in
totally
pristine
fine.
condition.
Oh, they are! You're so right.
Alex Chen kept alive through the power of trauma and gay.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, welcome to Life is Strange Until Dawn.
I mean, I think both of us are too busy to actually do a Halloween stream, so this will have to do.
Yeah.
I have 2 Halloween parties over Halloween.
I've got a Halloween party.
Someone texted me and... Oh no. Someone texted me, like one of my friends texted me and was like, what are you doing for your birthday? And I was like, I haven't had time to think about it. I literally have no fucking clue. And my friend was like, that's why I'm giving you 6 working days to figure it out.
If it wouldn't hurt so much.
There's a pickaxe.
Thank you, chat, for lightening the mood.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, we're gonna find what was buried.
What if it is Wendigo's?
If it is Wendigo's 0 out of 10 game.
Yeah.
Despite everything that's happened so far.
If it is Wendigo's, we need to go slap someone from the Life is Strange team about their obsession with Native American imagery.
I will go and I will find them and I will slap the person responsible.
Oh, wait. Give me a sec. It's physically impossible for her glasses to survive that drop. I went on a carnival ride with my glasses on once and they soared to outer space instantly.
Bright
sports
lights.
strap.
Bright lights and loud noises. Warning.
Bright lights, big city.
No, come on, no. I can do this. I can do this.
Secret tunnel.
Oh no! Secret tunnel through the trauma. secret tunnel.
What's the bet that there's murder down here?
Exactly, Evelyn. If the anger light is that bright.
Oh yeah, fuck
This is
me.
like murder.
I can't believe our anger is the light in the dark.
All right, boys, getting close.
Helldivers for life, huh, Jed?
Dig so deep, we see where the devil sleeps.
Goddamn right.
This is it. This is what
They
ties
find the
into
entrance to
Mary.
hell.
A lot of runoff moisture
Like
in this
in
soil.
Sabrina.
Jed, we gotta call it. This dig is fucked.
It's the hell mouth.
Nothing's fucked. Jed, we got no pumps running. No. My teams have never quit a dig this deep before.
Oh.
We finished the
Oh,
job.
okay, so he told them to keep going. When it was unsafe.
Steady goes. Steady.
Fuckless. Move! Come on! Clear the tunnel!
Who's on radio?
Jed!
Fuck!
Jed! Jed!
Oh my god.
We gotta move! Now! There's still men back there. They'll drown.
Yeah, and so will we if we don't get the fuck out! Make the call, Jed!
God damn it! God damn it! Everyone, let's go! Now!
I think so. The like memory attached to the place was so
Smells
strong.
like fireworks. Must be where Typhon blew the charges.
I mean, I imagine there's corpses under there.
Probably a lot of them.
That's the thing giving off the anger. What is it? Excuse me?
Dad.
Jed! Come back! Jed, you son of a bitch!
Chen, you gotta stop, man.
Jed! Fuck you, Jed! Come back!
It's over, Chen. He's not coming back.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Remember that Gabe came to Haven to find his dad?
God. I did not see that one coming.
No, I didn't think they were going to be connected.
No. I did not think that they were going to be connected. Fuck.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I completely forgot that that was why he came here. Presumably all of the leads to find his dad led him there.
Yeah.
And then...
Shit, I didn't even think about that.
No.
I didn't realise that his dad was dead.
Well, he might have known that he was dead, but might not have known how he died.
Well, there wouldn't be any record or trace of his death if it was buried in that mine.
Yeah. And also everyone celebrates Jed as a hero, so they wouldn't have seen him as the guy who made the call to leave everyone behind. He would have been the guy who saved the ones who could be saved.
Yeah.
Pulled us out of hell. Stamp on it.
So she was gonna have a Chloe Price moment and graffiti it.
Yeah.
But then I was like, with what?
With my blood.
Scratch it. Or with her blood, yeah.
Just take her blood from her ribs, just like...
Christ.
I know, right? That would be very Until Dawn, like...
Yeah.
Also, a lot of the miners seem to be fairly uninvolved with the town. I presume there's a lot of them. That's fair.
Yeah.
Like, like some of them probably live out somewhere else, like outside of the town.
Is it interesting all of this because like I didn't realize that their father was a minor, but like it does kind of like add an extra
during my time here
dimension about like racialized labor, because like historically like a big reason for the large Chinese population in certain parts of the USA is
to build railroads, right?
to
Literally,
build railroads and to work in mines, if I remember correctly. So yeah.
I've come to realize what makes Haven so special.
Is this the council meeting?
It's a flower shop run by multiple generations.
Yeah, I think it
owner
is.
Who greets every customer
Alex is
by
gonna
name.
come in.
She's
like,
gonna come in
It's a
literally
spring
like
festival
dying.
tradition going back 100 years. History
And be like, Jed
Loyalty.
Lucan tried to kill me.
pride.
Yeah.
These values which define Haven
And then
are
just
the
circle back
same
and punch
values
Diane
that
straight in
Typhon
the
was
face.
built on. And that is why our partnership has been so
So
successful.
like, where is she?
No beanie, you know something's
It's
wrong.
been my privilege to renew Typhon's commitment to Haven. We believe in this community, and we're tremendously excited
When's she
for
gonna
its
smash
future.
through the door?
When's Diane gonna shut the fuck up?
Thank you, Diane. I think I speak for all of us when I say we're eager to make this official. So, time to vote, folks. And then lunch.
There we go.
Jed's like, how the fuck are you alive?
She's literally invincible, mate.
Few broken ribs.
I have the power of God and anime on my side.
Alex, oh my god.
I'm fine.
No, you're not!
I have to get you to a doctor.
What happened to you?
Surprise, bitch. I bet you thought you'd seen the last of me.
This will be surprise.
This will be hard to me.
Yeah. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna be like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm gonna be like, your dad fucking tried to kill me.
And also killed my dad.
Yep.
Your best friend's dad.
You need to hear. I'm sorry.
What?
Alex, you're hurt.
She's got a couple of broken ribs by the look of it.
Do you need help? We can call an ambulance.
Typhon's been lying to all of you.
She is so determined, that is so smexy of her.
And so has Jed
Yeah.
Lucan.
This is pretty sexy of her.
Yeah.
Alex, what's going
Shut
on?
up.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, yeah.
Fuck you.
Poor Eleanor.
What the hell happened?
Oh,
I was down in the mine last night.
oh my god.
I saw
She
what
saw the
Typhon's been
burial
hiding
gaze
for
trope and
12
said no
years.
thanks.
Jed Lucan isn't a hero.
So true, queen.
That whole story is a lie. Jed caused the accident. And then he abandoned 7 of his men. He let them drown to save himself. There were pictures of me and Gabe down there in the dirt. Because one of those miners was my father. Typhon wanted to keep this covered up in case it jeopardized the vote.
I don't think they're afraid. I think
I'd say
they're ruthless.
I kind of think that they're afraid could be good in terms of like getting people to be like, yeah, we can fight back because they have a weak spot.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea. Yeah.
Is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm good with that.
Everyone at that company is scared to death. All they do is protect themselves. So they decided to bury the evidence. And nothing was going to stop that blast. Not even the fact that there were 4 people up in the mountains. That's how Gabe was killed. Jed knew all along.
He covered up the
It is
truth
very
about the
Poirot,
past,
you're
about
right.
Gabe.
It's very. I used to watch a lot of Death in
When I
Paradise.
found out,
Yeah.
as you can see, he tried to kill me too. Why aren't any of you saying anything?
They all know.
We don't want to embarrass you, Alex.
I'm not embarrassed.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Try me.
Oh, I like that.
These accusations are... Well,
Watch
they're
him gaslight
insane.
gatekeep girl boss.
And trying to go into the mine was obviously a very dangerous, very illegal thing to do. But we all sympathize with
Oh
your
my
situation.
god.
You've
in
been
the
through so
fucking
much.
face.
Your brother was your only
I'm gonna
family,
deck
wasn't he?
you, Diane.
I can only imagine how much you want an explanation for his loss. Something to give you comfort and
Punch her, punch
make your
her,
life
punch
seem
her.
less unfair.
I don't advocate violence by doing this situation.
At this point, she doesn't have a conscience.
No, not at all.
You know there's proof of the cover-up. You had Pike arrest me to suppress the evidence.
Officer Pike arrested you
Oh,
for
we took his
stealing
fear.
items from my purse. Perhaps you were looking for evidence?
And I found it. Which is why you and Jed tried to threaten me into silence.
Dad? Do you have any idea what Alex is talking
Yeah,
about?
he's been surprisingly quiet.
No. I don't. I've tried to be there for Alex since Gabe died. I thought, I don't know. I hoped I could
He
be
was trying to
something of
guilt
a
trip,
father
well, not
figure
guilt trip,
to her.
but like.
All I can guess is, sometimes when
Then
we're
explain what happened to her.
the people
Explain why
we
she
lash
looks
out
like
at
that.
are the ones who were trying to help.
Maybe he didn't shoot her. Maybe it was a. It must have been a warning shot, and she fell down the mine from the shock because she doesn't have a bullet wound.
Yeah.
That's not the point. You still tried to shoot her.
Yeah, I know. I'm just like.
Maybe he missed, and that's why she fell.
I'm just thinking he may have done that so that if they did find the body, there would be no bullet wound.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm thinking just you're lying, rather than.
Yeah, you're lying.
Yeah.
This is an act. You're lying.
Is she gonna have to expose
Please.
her power?
I know. This is hard to accept. You all trust him. I did too. But I'm telling the truth.
I believe you. Of course
A
I
father
do.
figure after you killed her dad? Oh boy, someone hold me back.
Oh, Steph. Hold me.
That's it. That was the moment that
Yeah.
made me be like.
Charlotte! Charlotte!
I'm horrified and shocked and still processing everything, but I believe you.
I'm gonna cry.
Steph. Finally, some motherfuckers with a brain.
I would like to speak.
Ducky. Oh no.
I've known Jed a very, very
We didn't
long time.
take away his sadness.
And,
You know, I'm not saying that I've ever
Is Jen?
discussed like literal murder at like a political meeting, but this is like as
Realizing I
stressful
didn't
as
quite know
political
you
meetings
as well
generally
as I
are.
thought. Some allowances must, of course, be made given your injuries and
Oh,
gaslight gatekeep girl boss.
He's
Like,
trying to
Ducky.
hysteria her.
But nonetheless, it saddens me.
That
to hear
is
you
it
make
that
these
time of the month, Alex?
Oh my god.
incredible
So basically, if you
accusations
talk to Ducky about his
against
wife,
my
he votes
friend.
for you. Yeah, I thought that might be the case. Ducky cancelled.
This is really interesting.
I've always found
Yes!
Yeah, she didn't tell anyone about your dementia.
This is oh my god, this is so cool.
wouldn't
All
make
of our
these
interactions with
accusations
these
lightly.
people are like
Coming to
culminating.
fruition.
Yeah.
Miss Lath, there's no actual evidence of anything.
Oh.
Maybe not, but that's what I think.
I love you, Eleanor.
Fucking badass, Eleanor.
They are flipping quite easily, but it's useful in this
Actually,
situation,
Diane?
Charlotte.
There is evidence.
Oh, for
Felicia said maybe I do like one white woman.
Yeah. Closed the
That's
case.
right.
None of us have time for conspiracies.
Where's Ryan gonna go on this?
You're trying to weasel your way out of things again, huh? I know your game. I know
Don't
how you...
test me, Jason.
You're exposing yourself in public, my dude.
I'm not scared
First
of you
name
anymore.
in a public
Not
council
you.
meeting.
Not Typhon.
All right, that's enough.
Deputy Pike, do you have some kind of personal issue with me?
Like hell I do.
Jason. Well, given that your judgment in this matter is emotionally compromised,
Okay,
you should
propaganda.
probably remove yourself from
The crap.
Yeah, like whatever about Pike, but
concerns me that a voting member of this council has openly
I don't have anything to apologize for.
I don't feel like I need to apologise to Ryan. It's not my fault I exposed his dad.
Yeah.
Like,
You believe me.
I'm not your lapdog anymore.
responsible for any frustrations you feel in your career.
Know the difference between right
I'm so sorry.
I'm going first thing tomorrow.
Well, this continues to be a Ryan hate stream,
this is now a Ryan hate stream.
and it's about to get loud.
Oh god. This is definitely a Ryan.
He is no longer an okay man.
No. Put Ryan in the list of trash fucking men. Down with Ryan.
Lucans keep killing Chens.
I've seen worse
Yeah.
outcomes. Oh, fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Ryan is
dependent on other stuff.
Alright,
I bet if we romanced him, he'd believe us.
I get the impression that it's dependent on who you romance as to whether he believes you or not.
Yeah.
My question is Steph believing you dependent on romancing her or not? Because I don't doubt that that's the case with Ryan, but did they do that with Steph as well?
Yeah,
Because
I mean,
would
Steph has
feel-
fewer personal ties to it, so...
I would feel some type of way about that. Like, and I feel some type of way about it with Ryan as well.
Yeah.
Like, I don't enjoy that.
He can still go against you if you romance him.
Oh, so it's based on other stuff then.
Steph is always on your side.
Yes! This is a Steph Gingrich simp stream.
Let's go, lesbians. Steph believes you no matter what because she's whipped, lol.
Steph Gingrich, love of my fucking life. Oh my god. I
This
go
is
so
why-
hard for Steph.
This is why lesbians win. Yes,
Yeah.
this is exactly why lesbians win.
I'm really interested in what the stuff with Ryan is dependent on, but anyway, all this is affirming for me is fucking
Yeah.
So
Ryan believes you depending on how many others do. Oh my god.
Wow.
What a sheep.
Wow.
Right.
I hate that
So
guy.
you have to get like all four
And
of
then
them.
Charlotte said I did get Ryan on my side, but I have literally no idea how.
So basically, like, you need all four of them.
Yeah,
to
so
get-
Ducky,
right.
Eleanor, Charlotte, and Pike.
Wow. Okay. Fair enough.
Fuck this guy.
Ryan, you spineless prick.
Yes.
Honestly.
Yeah.
It's still below standard. Yeah, he is below standard.
He is. He's
Yeah, if you got all four, yeah, that I guess that makes
Makes
sense.
sense,
But the
yeah.
fact that you have to get all four, like I know it's his dad.
But also, like, everything
Why
that we
is
went
it-
through with him, the investigating
Yeah.
Typhon and, like, all of that shit, and he doesn't fucking believe us?
Also,
and, like,
also, can like
We, like, in our route, because we didn't tell Gabe about our power, he's the first person we trusted.
told.
Yeah.
He was the
Also-
first person we trusted.
Also, what it's I know it's obviously dependent on getting all of them on the side and everything, but like the fact that like, you know, he's just kind of like, oh yeah, all the others believe me, but one white dude doesn't, so I guess I'm with Dad still.
Yeah.
Some
what
very old guy.
what a douchebag.
I don't hate Ryan, to be honest. Someone calling your dad a murderer out of nowhere is something you wouldn't want to believe and would have to process. That's fair, but like he was so involved in this
He was
process.
so involved in the. If it was like completely random, there was like,
and he knew his dad worked in
didn't-
the mines. Like
he didn't know
It's
any
not
of this
completely out of
stuff.
the blue.
this
I
was
think
this
yeah.
was always an option.
This was always something that could have come up, and he knew that Typhon was trying to cover something up. Like it's
Yeah.
Also the implications of him being like, yeah, like, even though everything that we've been through and all the evidence I've seen, like, Alex, you're just crazy and I don't believe you.
Yeah.
Like, all of the evidence is, like, in front of him, and it has been the whole time.
My dad is... yeah.
Because he's my dad. Like,
Yeah.
I, like, actually felt that. Like, because I do very strongly believe that, like, yeah, okay, that's a lot to process. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
Like, but I have very strong feelings about the fact that, like, if someone's morals are, like, dependent on who's involved... Like, I've had situations where, you know, I've known people who have been like, yeah, like, I believe survivors, and then, like, if someone close to them, or even their partner, like, someone said that, like, they had perpetuated, like, assault, they were like, no, I don't believe them. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's not cool.
They're like, except in this case.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like, oh, like, I believe survivors, but not when it's, like, someone close to me.
I believe survivors until it's convenient for me not to.
Yes, and so it's like, oh, Alex, like, I'll help you, like, find out the truth, but, like, if it implicates my dad, then no, I don't believe you.
Yeah.
Like, you're just a crazy woman.
Yeah.
Like, I get that it's hard to process,
I
but...
believe them in theory.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, pretty much that. In theory. In practice, not so much.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
okay.
Let's see what happens.
Bright lights and big
noise.
city. I mean,
Yeah.
loud noise.
Come clean.
Oh.
We'll figure it out together.
Oh.
It amazes me. The extent to which she has manipulated you.
Come on, Dad.
Oh, okay.
Never in a million years.
Come on. I hate seeing you do this.
My own son.
Okay, wait.
My own goddamn son!
Stop.
Okay, maybe we spoke a little too soon.
All
But
right,
I'm
okay.
still but I still feel that way.
Okay.
If it's dependent on how many people believe her.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is intense. Okay.
What is this?
She's filled with determination.
The colour scheming is knocking me off a bit.
Oh my god. Yeah, Mimi was
I know
saying
why
that
you
we
tried
got
to
the
kill
good
me.
outcome, but didn't want to blurt it out while
It's
we were
not
like
what you tell
yelling.
yourself.
Oh, thank
Sorry.
you.
Yeah.
That you thought it was best for Haven. This was never about Haven at all, was it?
Sorry, Mimi.
Yeah.
I just
Thank you for
don't-
This was
preparing
about
us.
you.
But we got our opinions
I know
across
it's
anyway.
easier not having to think about the men you buried. You want to look away and pretend the people you hurt aren't people. But I won't let you.
Red.
My father worked for you. His name was John.
Okay, yeah, so we kind of jumped the gun a bit, but
Yeah.
but I was really angry.
I mean, given that there is a situation where he's not on side, our points in that case are valid.
I still
Yeah.
think our points are valid. I also like, you know, I do have like an emotional regulation dysfunction, so sorry that I just like get really intense and upset sometimes, but
It's okay.
BPD wasn't in the tags, but
I think
Can I ask a
disability
favour?
is.
yeah.
When we're stopping for a second to talk, do you mind just pausing it? Because the colour scheme is really fucking me up for some reason.
Sure.
I don't know if it's, but for some reason the jarring colours are really messing with my head.
Okay, if you need to take a break or anything.
No, it's not that. I think it's just the colour started flashing, and I
Yeah,
think it's an
okay.
autism thing. It's just the colours gradients are really messing with me at the moment.
Okay, well, just
That's-
whatever you need.
That's what accessibility settings are good for, you know.
Yeah. I think that because I'm slightly less riled up because he did take our side in the end. I think our points are still valid, but I think that the thing with Ryan is that like all of this cumulative stuff still puts him below the bar for
Yeah.
me. But I wouldn't say that I hate him. He's at the pits, like trash, like like Jefferson trash.
Slightly below the bar, like
yeah, like he's like a very like real person that I don't like.
Yeah.
That I like, I just don't like, and like if I knew that guy in real life, I'd be like, you're like, we're not on a vibe, but I wouldn't be like, oh, like I absolutely loathe that guy.
No.
Yeah.
But I have, sorry guys, I have PPD. I don't know what to tell you.
He's below the bar, but the bar is low. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like
I wouldn't hate him so much if he wasn't pushed as a love interest.
Yeah, that's
yeah, same.
part of
I've
it
got to
as
say,
well.
if it had been the case where he hadn't been pushed as a love interest, and then you'd gotten this sort of like, does he, doesn't he, like outcome, I think I wouldn't have these intense feelings about his character and about like whether I like him or not. The idea that the game can push that you can romance him and he can still turn against you at the same time is also something that just it's like
it's interesting though, isn't it?
Oh, definitely.
Because
sorry, did I get up in your space?
No, I'm itching.
Oh, okay.
It's fine.
Yeah, I think that because of how my brain works, especially like in the moment of things happening, as you will have witnessed since episode 1, like my gut reaction to people is like either like, oh my god, I love that person, or like, oh my god, I hate that person.
Yeah.
Like that's just how my brain works.
Yeah.
So please be patient with me.
Yeah.
How are we gonna describe her dad?
I'm not gonna sit there and call him a fighter.
Or a victim.
I think that calling him a screw up is kind of accurate, honestly, because Alex doesn't have to be nice about him just because of the fact that he died in that situation. It's horrific that happened to him, but he still fucking left his kids.
Yeah, and I think like both victim and fighter are too generous or too
harsh. Yeah.
Mm.
What do you think, Daz?
I think so too. Like, you can be a screw up. Like, I think the thing about being a screw up is that you can improve. But because he died in that mine, he didn't have the chance to improve and like rekindle a relationship with his children.
I'm about to press it. Okay, sorry.
He made a lot of mistakes. He wasn't a good father.
This is accurate.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I think he came here trying to be better. But you killed him. And then Gabe, my big brother.
I think family are starting over.
Yeah, I'd say building a family personally, because that's kind of what he was doing.
And Jed's a parent.
Yeah.
We're trying to manipulate him in this situation.
They're trying to manipulate him.
Yeah.
Because you say
he was building a family here. Doing it his own way.
Charlotte is saying you don't need to
figuring it
apologize.
out as he went along.
Yeah, you really don't.
you. Yeah.
He was so nervous about it. And so excited. And he brought me here to be part
Honestly,
of that
he
family.
really tried to kill all the remaining Chens.
But he died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We remember in the episode when I was like, he has the energy of a racist.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
And then there's me.
Excuse me.
For so many
The first one
years,
was
I
anger,
just
and that
wanted
was,
to
like,
survive.
sadness, and now this one is
Fear.
To get through. Haven changed me. I started to think about the future.
Back to anger.
It's still kind of purple.
Okay, help people is not it because patterns. I don't know how I feel about belong. What do you think?
I mean,
I think we already belong.
I think we already belong. I think I Want to Play Music is actually Alex focusing on herself, which is
Yeah.
important. I think if she says that, obviously she, what was the first? Oh, she wants to help people. It's slipping into that hero complex, and like we don't want to do that because we've come so far in the game where we've avoided that.
Try to not like be responsible for other people.
Yeah, and then
it's not even like a for me, like there are in like elements of like parallels with like a hero complex, but I think that like something that is interesting to think about is that I think that the hero complex thing has been gendered in a pretty masculine way.
Yeah,
I think
100%.
that by contrast, what Alex is kind of compelled to do and how she's kind of internalized how she has to relate to other people is not to be a hero, but to be a mother.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is it's a very motherly thing.
Yeah.
I agree with what people are saying in chat that like about playing music. Like, I mean, the guitar was the first thing that Gabe gave to her as a gift, and she's enjoyed playing music and she's enjoyed doing it with Steph, and she's thinking about her own needs for once.
Yeah.
Like her own relatively trivial needs. She can think about them.
Yeah, I mean, like, at this point, I like, with everything kind of cumulative that we've learned about Alex and Steph and Ryan, like, it really...
Thank you for the sub, Kayla!
Oh my god, thank you so much for the sub! Hi, Kayla!
Yeah.
Good to see you. Everything that we've cumulatively learned about Alex, Ryan, and Steph, and like some of the possible scenarios that we haven't seen, Steph was written as the perfect love interest for Alex and Ryan, and Ryan was written as an add-on.
Yeah.
Like,
Ryan was written for the straight women and gay men.
100%, and it's exactly like with the first Life is Strange, where you're like, okay, Chloe was written as the love interest,
and then Warren's just there.
And then Warren is
Warren's
there.
just the sidekick.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going with music.
Ryan was a time filler, yes. Yeah, so Kayla, what happened was we were intending to only play chapter/episode 4 today, but then we got through it in under 3 hours, which never happens for us, so we were like, let's finish the game, and then immediately regretted that.
Well, let's put it this way, there was one point where like me, Sara, and Daz were all just kind of sat on the sofa like... just not for like 5 minutes straight, just like what, like...
Yeah.
Thank you for the sub, Charlotte.
Thank you for the sub.
Oh my gosh. Okay, guys, we literally need one more sub or gift sub or some bits donated to start a hype train. We've never had a hype train before.
What is a hype train?
It's a thing where like people engage with your stream enough that it like comes up at the top. It's like hype train and gets people to like give you like the people in chat get rewards like special emotes and stuff for the more people that like give us bits and like,
that's so
sub
cool.
and stuff.
Oh
Hype train, hype train, hype train.
Okay. Hype train, hype train.
In the meantime, we're playing music, yeah?
Yeah, play music.
Thank you for the bits, Kayla.
Oh my god, thank you, Kayla. You're being so generous today. Thank you so much.
It's one of the best moments I can remember. Gabe knew that about
Thank
me.
you for the sub, Whoosh!
He knew that if I could just play...
Oh my god, you guys, this is so cool and exciting for us.
I'm Jay!
Love something?
The tone of the hype train versus the tone of the scene is so funny.
And you tried to murder me. You would have ended my life.
The hype train is happening. You
Just
have
so you wouldn't have to
succeeded
face
in
the
hype
truth.
training. I mean, we can get level 2, but that would involve a lot more people giving us money.
Yeah, it's fine that
It's
we're not
fine.
there yet. We've had our first hype train. Thank you for making that happen for us. We love you guys so much.
Her eyes are purple.
It's so pretty.
All of the emotions were flicking.
Yeah.
Haven't you? You've plastered over it with another story.
God, it's fucking stunning. Like, the attention to detail is so... Oh, okay. You believe that you're a good man or that you're a hero. We've been talking about a hero complex for like a million years, but...
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that he thinks he's a good man, but I do think that he thinks he's a hero.
Oh, 100%. He lets, like, everybody shine this, like, fucking light up his ass about the whole situation.
Yeah.
And he just kind of stands there and is like...
That's really interesting, though. Do you want to talk a little bit more about what you think the difference is between thinking that you're a good person and thinking that you're a hero?
Oh, 100%.
I think that he sees being... I would class it as being a good person is a consistent act, whereas being a hero is a one and done thing. So he, obviously, everyone didn't know about the people who died and that being his fault, but he's seen as a hero because he saved those other people.
Yeah.
And he's been riding that. Whereas being a good person is like a consistent making decisions every single day. I think he knows that he's not a good person because he let those people die, but he's a hero to the town because he saved those other people and then continued to keep morale up from that.
Yeah, and he probably, like, I don't know, justifies it in his head of being like, oh, like, I had to make a really, like, hard decision, and, like, that's what makes me, like, a hero, is that, like, I made that decision.
I was the one to call the shots.
Yeah, and, like, people died because they had to die, and, like, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. I think one of the other things that's quite interesting is that with being a good person, you have to every day make a consistent effort to put your feelings, but also the feelings and the emotions of other people into the front of your mind, into the focus. You have to actively make decisions that not only benefit yourself, but also benefit other people. And whether that's in your family, your relationships, or your friendships, or just with strangers particularly, like, being a good person is not about consciously going, I am a good person all the time. It's about it's about the actions that you do, and it's about the way that you choose to live out your life. But the thing about a hero complex, and to circle around to this one because it's my favourite thing to talk about today, is that you kind of get to create that illusion that you are a good person. You kind of get to do that. The allegory that I'm thinking of right now is the whole nice guy sort of thing. It's that idea that, like, if I save this person, then I am a good person. If I fix this person's problems, then I am a good person. If I do all of these things, then I am a good person. Why aren't you letting me be a good person? Why aren't you letting me fix your life? Why aren't you letting me control you? Why aren't you letting me emotionally manipulate you? Why aren't you letting me tell you what to do? And that's why I always say that things like hero complex or savior complex are so toxic, because it's about control, it's about manipulation. And as much as people, I'm not saying it's conscious at all, because sometimes people have gone through emotional abuse at the hands of, like, their family or in a relationship, and so the savior complex becomes something that's staple to them. They remember it because it's what they were taught. But consciously unlearning that kind of behaviour, because it is toxic, is an important thing to go through. And it's important to understand that being a hero is not the same thing as being a good person. And I, interestingly, never related or liked heroes in stories for that fucking reason.
Yeah, you're so right. That was so well put, Charlotte.
Amazing. Charlotte says, good person feels like someone who does good things, while being a hero feels like a mythology almost.
Exactly.
That's
like,
really well put as well,
that's the thing that you're known for. Evelyn says the good person one kind of implies he'd feel more guilty if he stopped lying to himself.
Well, if we think about, like, literature as well, when we talk about, like, you know, the Roman gods, about the Greeks, you know, we're talking about, like, mythology and stuff like that, we're always talking about the heroic aspects of, like, these particular characters, or, you know, gods, if you believe in this stuff. But we always then sort of, like, try to sort of defend or take away the bad things, because the bad things are always there. You know? They're always there, and, like, we always learn about them, and the majority of the time it'll be like, oh, this great wonderful person had all of these powerful things about them, but also did all this really terrible shit that we're not going to talk about, or we're just going to gloss over because they're a hero or they're a god. And it's
how Zeus was, like, a serial rapist.
Yeah, exactly. You know, or, like, you know, yeah, exactly. And the thing is that hero and god complex go very, very closely hand in hand. And I think that it feeds into so many areas of our society. I mean, I think one of the reasons why I've always been a pacifist my entire life is because not only is obviously, like, you know, violence and war and just everything so awful and problematic and disgusting, but it's also this idea that, like, because I grew up in, like, a very working class environment, a lot of the men that I knew wanted to go to the army because they were taught that if they go to the army, that's how they become a hero, that's how they do something good for themselves, because they'd been sort of trained into this bullshit propaganda, but that because they'd had nothing growing up, that's how they make a name for themselves.
Yeah.
And it is a very classist aspect. Like, you tend to find that a lot of people that go into those kinds of systems are working class, like white men particularly, and it creates this god complex. It creates this sort of idea that if I do this good thing, because it's not a good thing, then I'll be better. I will be more than this. I will escape my roots. It's incredibly complex to unpack, but it's a very, very interesting concept.
Yeah. Charlotte says there's not necessarily even glory in being a good person.
Exactly.
One takes work and the other takes luck and perception.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the perception
100%.
bit is like really...
A lot of the time being a hero is being in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, for sure.
Whereas being a good person is not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He thinks that he's a hero.
You tell yourself you're a hero. A strong leader. Sometimes that means making hard choices. Decisions that could lead to people dying.
Decisions of leaving people
men could handle
dying
that.
feeds into that god complex completely.
Yeah.
Haven's lucky to have you. But that's the lie. If you scrape it away, what do we see?
You're selfish.
Yeah, I think all of these things are true.
Yeah, I mean, because the main thing was that he was like, none of my teams have ever bailed on a dig before. Let's go further, and then it...
Yeah.
I think it was for his reputation.
Yeah, it was for his... He wanted this thing, and then people died, and I'd 100% either go with you're selfish or a coward. Like, both of those are very true.
Yeah, I think selfish.
But I think I'm leaning more to selfish.
Mimi said she is far in his head, right in the core of his soul. Look at her go.
No, I love
yes,
it.
queen.
Yeah. Also,
work.
Glad you're loving the discussion, Kayla.
Yeah.
It's been like this for the entire game.
You led a group of men to their
And that's what you'll come to our channel for.
Yeah.
And you were too selfish to say those words out loud. There was so much to it.
I feel like we're getting to him.
Yeah.
The love of your wife.
He doesn't know where to look.
The respect of your son. The comfort and ease you had walking around the world.
Ooh, body language. Interesting.
All of that
Was
mattered
that about
more
him
to
being a
you
white
than
man?
Yeah, I was gonna say that was a big privilege thing.
That
right?
was about him being a white man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can feel you trying to pull away.
She really has got her hooks in him.
This is so powerful.
Good for her. Good for her.
This is so sexy of Alex Chen.
Yeah.
Destroy this
Sometimes
man's
it's so
ego.
awful you think you're gonna break. But when you come out the other
Finish
side,
him.
and you're whole and free and still alive, then you'll finally know how strong you really are.
Screw the backtalk mechanic in Before the Storm. This is next level.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Oh. Just flashed
But
from
I think it's so
anger.
good.
I see the truth about
Oh,
you.
there we go.
You hate yourself. You hate what you did in the past. You hate what you've done to keep it secret. And the more you deny that hatred, the worse it grows. I know who you are. I've seen the worst parts of you.
I'm having more thoughts about gender.
And I condemn you!
Yep.
Okay, well that's a big choice,
Yeah.
my dudes. That is certainly a discussion to be had shortly, but first...
Which is like, condemn.
But first, gender. F in the chat for gender. You know how we were talking about grief and gendered like expressions of grief, like anger, sadness, and like all that kind of thing. Gender and self-hatred. I think that, and this is like a discussion I've definitely like had with people, like including like the one man who's close to me, my brother, like, of how I think often when men feel self-hatred because of how men are socialized to be like aggressive and to be manly and to suppress their emotions and blah blah blah, that like hatred and that anger is something that they take out on other people.
Yes.
Because that's normal and okay, right? It's fine for men to do that. Like, we
Yeah.
don't bat an eyelid. But women turn it in upon themselves and they internalize it and blame everything on themselves because everyone else is blaming everything on us anyway. So it's obviously our fault, right? And we blame ourselves for everything, and then you know, for some people that manifests in different ways. So I just think that this is really interesting.
Oh, it's really
bringing
good
to that point.
I really like it, actually. I think it's really turning a head on like that and really adding quite a good commentary to it. If I think that's an interesting thing that this game has done this whole way through is its commentary on gender. Its commentary on gender and emotion and how it's played with that and sort of made a point of showing us things depending on the decisions that you make on those emotions. But yeah, wow.
Kayla says, I was ruthless, I was so annoyed by him at this point. Love how you're actually pausing to consider.
Kayla, I respect it.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if I was playing on my own, I 100% would have let
Press X to condemn.
let the anger flow through me.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
But yeah, okay.
Do it.
Forgiveness versus condemnation. Is the chat generally vibing with condemnation?
I mean, if by the chat you mean Fwoosh saying the power of valor, I condemn you.
Or just condemn. Choo choo.
Charlotte went with forgive because I didn't want all of this to stay with her.
Yeah.
I guess that is a good... In forgiving him, you are letting it go and making him sit with all of it. You're like, I've done the work. Goodbye.
I've done the emotional work. Yeah, I mean, as a thing that encompasses both decisions for me, the language of like condemnation versus forgiveness, as Fwoosh has aptly alluded to, is very uncomfortable for me because those are the sorts of things that I believe that God does and that no person can or should do. So I feel like a little uncomfortable with
Only
it.
God can forgive.
Only God can forgive.
Condemn.
Yeah, true. And that's like how I genuinely feel, so it makes me feel a little bit like, ooh, I don't really know, because I don't feel super comfortable with either of those things, because like, who am I to like condemn him? And like, what does that mean for me and the emotional burden I carry? But also like, who am I to forgive him when I'm not the only person that he's hurt? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it might touch on that. It might be like, I forgive you, but can everyone else? Like,
yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Kayla is saying, Sara, let's play some games together sometime. We vibe way too much.
Yes, please. Yeah, I'm so sorry that I missed the, like, when you tagged us the other day, Kayla, I think I was out bouldering, so I didn't see it.
Oh, it was Splatoon 2.
Splatoon. I've still never played Splatoon.
I was in class, sadly. Like, I finished class at 9:30, so I got home and was like, I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
But any other weeknight, Kayla, that you're playing Splatoon that isn't a Wednesday, I might be able to join you.
Hit us up. But yeah, so what do you guys think about it, you two?
I would go with, I don't know, I'd go with condemn. I think realistically at this point, that where she is right now, like, forgiveness might not be something she's ready for, because forgiveness takes time. Like, and I completely get where you're coming from, because they are both very strong things to say and project onto someone. I don't think that the choice of words is anything I would pick personally, but I think that the reason I'd go with condemn is just purely because of the realism aspect of it. I think forgiveness takes time, and she's had, what, a couple of hours to be thrown down, like,
still got a bullet wound,
thrown down a mine, break some ribs,
broken
find
ribs.
out all this stuff. And I know that she's
I'd probably
obviously
condemn him too.
she's an incredible protagonist, and obviously she's quite emotionally mature in that respect, but like, I feel like if you had the choice, you know how at the end of every Life is Strange game, you get like the really tough choice and it takes forever to decide whatever one you want. If that was the choice at the end of the game, then I'd be a bit like, this is harder. But right now, I feel like when she's just walked in and he's tried to call her a liar, I think condemn is probably the most realistic point you're gonna get with. I don't know about you two, but that's just me.
Everyone is split.
Yeah.
Oh dear. What are some thoughts?
I want problems only. Yes, I feel exactly the same.
Yeah. Kayla wants to see forgiveness because she condemned.
Okay.
I'm definitely chaos.
Mimi says Alex deserves to feel all the hatred for this motherfucker.
Yep.
That's fair.
Charlotte is also pro-condemn, but was also pro-forgive.
Mm.
What do you think, Daz?
I kind of want to forgive him because of something that Charlotte said earlier that was, he will feel 10 times more guilty if the person you wronged says, I forgive you.
Mm.
But
that's so true.
I believe we might be able to hold a poll?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's see if I can do it.
Because I'm not sure.
No.
We have one for condemn and one for forgive from the three of us, but I really don't know.
Yeah, I think that, I don't know. I think the other thing I'd say as well is that, like, forgiveness is incredibly powerful tool to give, but at the same time, like, I feel like she's allowed to have that anger, and I feel like it's just more emotional labor, you know. I don't know, there's just a part of me
to forgive someone.
Well, not just to forgive someone, but the amount of emotion that she's had to go through in this situation, and just having to emotionally process all of this shit in one go, and then to kind of be like, okay, so I've gone through all of this, but I'm not going to feel angry anymore, I'm just going to forgive you over it. It just feels like a lot of an emotional burden, I guess. For me, anyway.
Yeah.
At that point.
It kind of, I mean, the point about forgiveness that you raised, Daz, is really interesting because it kind of makes me think of that, like, you know that Paramore song, I'm Not Angry Anymore?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then the lyrics are like,
sugary,
I'm not angry anymore, but sometimes I am.
Yeah.
I don't think badly of you, but sometimes I do. And then, the line about, I'm not bitter anymore, I'm sugary sweet, I rot your teeth down to their core if I'm really happy.
Yeah, my happiness hurts you. Yeah, okay, so the poll is live. It's forgive or condemn. You get 1 vote each, but you can give extra votes by using 200 channel points or 10 bits.
Oh my god!
So if you really fucking want that chaos.
Okay, I'm excited.
This is an option that was given to me by Twitch. I'm not just trying to monetize everything that we do.
I'm so excited. But also we're poor, so who could blame you? Oh god.
Oh, okay. Under a minute. Let's go, lesbians.
How does the, like, countdown music go?
Do you want me to find it?
Yeah.
Let me find it.
It's a 30-second track, and I think we're almost under 30 seconds.
Oh, well, even if we get a second of the countdown music in.
Yeah.
I see you looking at Victoria Pedresi. I also am hot for her.
Pip literally asked me if I had a gay crush on her, and I was like, yes, of course I do. Of course I do. And then sat there for 10 minutes and explained why I had a crush on her.
Yeah.
This is such a British thing and I'm loving it.
What?
The poll doesn't come up on mobile. No, it's 50-50.
Oh my god.
Okay. How about everybody votes in the chat, you know?
Oh god. Right.
Okay.
10 for
does that make me the tiebreaker?
Oh,
Is that what's happening?
I think you're the tiebreaker.
I mean, Kayla just donated 10 bits and said forgive.
Okay.
So
okay. I mean, I think I was about to lean towards
people are leaning towards forgive now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Except Foosh.
And you know what? I respect that, Foosh. I think I feel less uncomfortable about forgiving someone than condemning someone, but that's because it makes me feel deeply uncomfortable because I'm like, only God can condemn me. Anyway.
Only in the thinking about the religious sense as well. I'm like, I feel that there's a difference between personal forgiveness and forgiveness from a higher power, whereas condemnation is a purely higher power thing.
Yeah, it's not even just
like, just because I forgive you doesn't mean God does.
Yeah, it's not even just like, oh my god, I'm like angry at you and I need some space. It's like I condemn. That's intense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we will forgive.
And I forgive you.
Yes, he
Yes,
is
bitch.
destroyed. Also, Swoosh feels exactly the same way as you about the language, and I think Evelyn also mentioned it in relation to like Catholicism.
Yeah. We have broken
Oh my god.
this man.
Is this the point now where we go and punch Diane?
I hope so. Oh, she's just stood there.
She's just stood there watching.
We
like
walk over to her and go, and you!
And you!
You are not, like, off scot-free.
No, I'm gonna hang you.
You tried to get us put in jail for petty theft.
Oh my god.
By claiming that
and then
it was
sat there and tried to act like she was lying.
Gaslight gatekeep girl boss.
Where is that from?
It is the internet.
Yeah. Internet memes.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought it was only a radio thing.
And the news is still coming in on the Typhon mining scandal that has rocked the western slope town of Haven Springs, where a council meeting was the scene for shocking revelations.
Please tell me she went to the hospital.
Local bar owner and council president Jed Lucan admitted in a tearful confession to covering up the deaths of 7 Typhon employees as their manager 12 years ago.
Yes, he was in a position of power as well.
Yeah, I remember saying something like in maybe like episode 2 or something about how like it was sus that like he seemed connected to everything like central to the town, like the pub and the council meeting and like the all of the things.
Too much control.
Yeah.
Yes, Shoo Shoo.
Yeah. The silence is worse. I need to get some air.
I'm kind of satisfied that we managed to fucking destroy
After
that
summoning
man.
all the strength and willpower.
Actually, I
I'm
think
now ready.
I agree that it was
need
better.
a Charlotte Harmon portrait.
I'd be interested to see the other one.
I think I need a Charlotte Harmon portrait.
We have text.
So many.
Where did she
Diane,
learn
did she block you?
Where did she learn such good aim?
Okay, let's start with Jessica.
Shall I? Or do you wanna?
Oh, a journalist.
Okay.
Oh, hello, Alex. This is Jessica Martinez
Should I
from
thank
the
Alex again?
Yeah.
The Rocky Mountain Gazette. I'm sorry to contact you out of the blue. I know you've been through a lot. We are working on a story about the Typhon controversy, and I'd love to speak with you either on or off the record about your experiences.
I'm not really comfortable talking about it right now.
Your comfort would be my priority. Something I have never heard from a journalist before. Yep. Sorry. Please contact me at this number if you change your mind. Thank you for your time and stay safe. That is refreshing.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, based on what my minimal training, that's the correct thing to do. Oh. Yeah, Kayla, thank you for coming to stream. I'm sure we will debrief soon. Please get some sleep.
Yes, love you, Kayla.
Also, have you played Wavelengths yet? Because we're probably going to be playing it next.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we're definitely going to be playing it next.
Yeah.
Oh, can I come and stream with you guys for that one
for
too?
Wavelengths? Yeah. Okay.
Like, it'll literally, we'll just carry on from...
I feel like it's just gonna... Life is Strange 2 with you is gonna be fun, like... I can't wait for that one.
Alex, you are incredible, and I'm here for you no matter what. Call me the minute you need anything.
I know. Thank you for having my back. It meant so much.
Of course. How could I not, after everything?
Ding.
The fact that Steph Gingrich is a ride or die fucking bitch, no matter what, like...
She is kind of whipped.
Yeah, I love it.
And I love her.
Yeah. Right, so I guess I'm doing Ryan. Right, so down.
Yeah, we've done... That was the mountain biking.
Growing up, my dad was my hero, and after the accident, he was a whole town's hero. It was the best feeling in the world to know that others saw him the same way I did, and no one questioned it, even when the strange phone call started, the late nights, locking his office when he left the house. But it was all lies, and now I know the truth because you showed it to us. Let me know if you need any help. I am here.
Thanks for just emotionally unloading on me
Yeah.
out of the blue, Ryan.
Thank
Good to
you,
know that
Ryan, I will.
Good to know that you're consistent, Ryan.
Yeah.
God. He's definitely firmly below the bar now.
That's fair, Kayla, having to wait for wavelengths. I feel like it is going to be quite an emotional roller coaster. So
Oh, yeah. I'm excited, but
like a big gay fun time, but also harrowing.
Yeah.
Hashtag team staff, yes.
Yes, team stuff for life.
Yeah.
For hate from Hey-chan.
Hey-chan, didn't think you'd actually take down Typhon. You're braver than I ever imagined. Now you owe me a new job. I'm glad you're okay, really.
Ha. Thanks, Mac.
Okay. Cool. Good to know he still is emotionally stunted as
Ducky
ever.
lost for words. Amazing.
It's just the bottom one.
It's just the bottom one, yeah. Dear Alex, I am terribly sorry. I don't know what else to say. Ducky, no reply. Because of what you pulled at the council meeting.
Yep.
I have known Jed Lucan for a very long time. We've watched that. Read that
just
even.
put it in Close Your Eyes.
I think it's down the bottom.
Yeah, because that was about the gummies.
Right. I don't even know what to say, Alex. My heart breaks for what you have endured. No one should have to live through that. But just remember that Ethan and I are here for you.
Thanks, Shah. What you did wasn't easy. I won't forget it. Eve.
My boy!
Oh,
that's the first page. Yeah.
Oh, Dad knows what's up.
Cute.
That's awesome, Ethan. You guys look great.
Thanks. Oh my god, I heard what happened. You weren't gonna mention being a superhero when I texted yesterday. I'm so glad you're safe.
Ha, thanks, buddy. Me too.
Arthur.
Who is Arthur?
Oh, another media
Alex? Arthur Jones with the New York Telegram. We want your story in our ongoing Typhon coverage. When is a good time to speak to you over the phone?
Sorry, I'm not doing any media right now. I'm getting a lot of requests.
When did you learn that your father lived in Haven Springs and worked with Jed Lucan? How did it feel to learn that Jed Lucan was responsible for the mining accident that killed your father? Why do you think Jed Lucan confessed to his crimes? This caller has been blocked. You will no longer receive messages from this number.
That's more accurate to
Yeah.
my experience with journalists. Whoops. Okay, group chat time.
Alex, please pick up.
Just let us know you're okay as soon as you can. I'm pretty sure you just lost your phone, but Ryan's freaking out. Okay, we're both freaking out.
We just want to make sure you're safe. Call us.
Alex? So that must have been when she was missing.
Yeah.
I accidentally opened that one, but let's catch up. What a wonderful spring festival. Thanks to everyone who made it such a beautiful celebration. Now spill the beans. Who got a rose?
I know someone who might have gotten one.
I think I might know someone who got one as well.
Sigh.
Hang in there, bud.
Can we brag for someone else?
I don't see why not, as long as that someone has given their permission.
Hey Steph, do I get permission to brag about the rose that you got last night from your crush?
LOL, come on, man.
I like the fact that he's not being an asshole about the fact that Alex went for like Steph. At least I can appreciate that bit.
That's something. Hello, as many of you know, I'm a freelancer for the Rocky Mountain Gazette. I'm writing an article about this evening's incredible performance at the Spring Festival, but I can't track down the band's name. Anybody know? Hey man, so we aren't like a band as such, so we don't really have a name yet. Hey, no.
I'll take it for you. Hey, no worries. Can I get your names for the article?
I'm Steph Gingrich, the brains of the operation. My muscle is Alex. LOL, she's gonna die when she sees this.
I'm so sorry I worried you all.
Hey, anybody seen Alex today? We agreed to meet up last night, but then she ghosted. Super not like her, kind of freaking out.
Oh no, have you contacted Jason?
Called his cell, no response. I'll try 911 next.
That's troubling. Haven't seen her. Keep me posted, will you?
Jesus Christ.
Fucking arsehole. The Black Lantern will not be open for lunch today on account of the council vote. The town council vote. We'll be happy to see you in an hour.
Yes on jobs, yes on prosperity, yes on expansion. Okay, colonialism.
You do realise that expanding mining operations outside of Haven is a temporary fix, right? That's not even considering the environmental impact.
Do you have any proof?
What do you want, a bibliography? I don't keep citations at the ready on the off chance I encounter someone who isn't willing to accept the truth.
That's what I thought.
People are always such dicks that they're like, where are your sources? I'm like,
don't actually
fucking Google it.
They don't want sources.
No.
They just want to make you look stupid.
Yeah. Hello neighbours, thank you for making last night's Spring Festival such a resounding success. Now comes another annual tradition, cleaning up after ourselves. I'll need a few volunteers to help me spruce up the park in the wake of last night's festivities. Work begins as soon as today's council meeting concludes. Drop your name in the hat.
Sure, why not?
I'm down.
We're pretty hungover, but Jessie and I might be recovered by this afternoon. Tentative, yes?
Take care of you first, but if you're feeling up for it, we'd love to have you both.
Go open the bar. Sorry, darling.
Oh, psh.
Oh, here we go.
It never ends.
A statement regarding the ongoing investigation in Haven Springs. We appreciate the community's concerns. Details are still emerging and we are cooperating with the state police. We currently have exactly as much information as any of you. Fucking bullshit. Addendum. State police have tapped Deputy Jason Pike to provide assistance in this case, and as such, management of this account has been handed over to another deputy. While we acknowledge that Deputy Pike has come to occupy a special role in the Haven Springs community, we urge you to direct all inquiries through the official channels.
I just don't understand how all of this could happen under your noses. What is going on over there?
This is not an acceptable statement. Nothing but respect for the boys in blue.
A singular boy in beige who danced to Typhon's tune.
That's right, Cass!
Yeah!
There
is no way the cops didn't know. There's something they're not telling us. Follow the money.
Drop your tinfoil hat, you loon.
Okay, consistently the women know what's up, so
yeah.
That's realistic.
The phrase
Due to recent events,
is
Black
doing
Panther will
some
remain
work
closed to
in this
regular
post.
business until further notice.
The poster is disabled replies.
I've got some continued
We at
support for
Typhon
you.
Mining would like to express our gratitude towards Haven Springs for your continued support. We have issued a statement which is available for you to read on our website. The poster has disabled replies.
Of course. Hello friends, I've decided to open back up to commissions. I think we're all looking for ways to stay busy right now, and making art has always been my favourite method. So please get in touch if you want a portrait. I try to keep my rates reasonable, and I offer a discount for first-time commissions.
Awesome news!
Should we call the shop?
That works fine. Hey Haven, the Record Traders is currently accepting applications. Priority will be shown to applicants with previous retail broadcast experience. Fill out an application on our website. We'll be conducting interviews next week.
Dope!
Okay, so I'm def applying if you're hiring 16-year-olds, lol. But, is there like a sudden opening? Who left?
Nobody just yet, but to be honest, I'm kind of eyeing the exits, looking for new adventures.
Oh, geez, I'll miss you.
Back at you, kiddo. We've never met Cass, but she seems sweet.
Maybe that's the student.
Well, maybe. Did we
read that one.
Okay, so it's just this.
Okay,
Right.
Jed Alex, question mark. I got good at describing other people's emotions in this book, even new emotions, complicated ones. I could push through the mystery, find the words, but I don't know if I can do that here. I know that something in me resonated with something in Jed, each hooking into the other, drawing us together. I saw it in him, and it was like walking into a house you used to live in, seeing what someone else has done to it. Blazing self-hatred, so bright you can't let yourself look at it. The sure knowledge that you spread rot to everything you touch. The rigid feeling of the role, the routine, the lines you memorize and regurgitate to keep yourself from succumbing to the pull and looking at the truth. Maybe that's why I forgave him for all of this. The heat and force of his loathing required me to face my own, like two magnets of the same polarization pressing each other backwards. The bullet, the fall, the hospital, the house, the orphanage. Is it weird that I feel grateful for them? Grateful to Jed for giving them to me? For, however accidentally, pushing me to look at my own self-hatred and come out the other side? Fill your hands with grains of sand in the rocks, you see the clocks. Thought I could hunt, I could be brave, nothing can save you, nothing to save. Of times that pass, the good, the bad, your life's a life you'll wish you had.
We didn't get the last two for Jed. Really so far. Okay. We're back in our bard outfit.
Maybe Dad deserved everything he got, but I'm still glad we were there with him in his last moments.
I wouldn't say he deserved it.
I love this guitar, but if it starts asking me riddles again, I'm throwing it out the window. After what I went through, the middle of the ocean might not be so bad.
I just think it's funny that we chose that.
It must be rare that a local paper gets to break out the really big headline.
Scandal! 8 deaths covered up by Typhon mining. Haven Springs rocked by revelations. The picturesque mountain town of Haven Springs is reeling after a series of revelations that connection to the death of Mr. Chen, Miss Jacobs, location manager overseeing the expansion, is simply unimaginable that that girl has been through, said Mrs. Leith. Miss Chen has declined, repeated expansion efforts halted, residents are left wondering about the events of local business and real... Oh, there was more.
Mussy. This is why I try to only read the art sections.
Old and new talent shine at Spring Festival. Editor's note, the following review was filed before the events of the Town Council meeting the following day. For all related coverage on those events, please see A1, A2, A3, B1, C1, D2, D3, E1 and E2.
Jesus Christ.
A surprising newcomer and a 3-time veteran joined together to create musical magic under the Spring Festival stars on Saturday. Alex Chen, whose brother Gabe Chen, longtime bartender at the Black Lantern, was killed in a tragic mining accident last month, lit up the crowd with her passionate vocals and powerful guitar. It has been a long time since I've witnessed a Spring Festival crowd dance together with abandon like that, noted Jesse McPherson, local novelist. It was transportive. Steph Gingrich, KRCT DJ and mainstay on the Spring Festival stage, held down the drums. For what the duo claimed was only their first time playing together, including even practice sessions, colourless reviewer a tad skeptical. The chemistry was palpable. I think I speak for all in attendance when I say here's hoping this is the beginning of a new Spring Festival tradition that will continue for many years to come.
Okay. Bowed but not broken, Haven will survive. The image of Haven Springs as an idyllic refuge, an oasis of comfort and civility, blissfully removed from the tumult of the outside world, was shattered on Sunday. In truth, that haven never really existed, outside postcards and tourism board drivel anyway. But while we have weathered troubles and fought demons in the past, we know that this Typhon mining scandal will leave a unique scar on the psyche of our small town. Not just from what took place, horrible enough as those details are, but from who was involved. A young and beloved bartender, a respected mining industry up-and-comer, and the town's most revered patriarch at the center of it all. Telling. Jed Lucan currently sits in San Miguel country prison. He is said to fully cooperative with the police and repentant for his actions, but the harm he has done to this town, to all of us who knew and trusted him over the years, is just beginning to be understood. Still, in the face of this tremendous calamity, we say, Haven will survive. We will emerge, if not stronger, at least a bit wiser for having overcome it. We will do this, not because it is easy, but because we have no other choice. This is our home.
I love the typos too. It's a local paper. They don't have much budget for copy editing.
Yeah. So Jed is in prison.
Mm.
You ever swing a pick before, Mr.
Chen, John, and no. But I'm a hard worker, and I learn fast, and I don't mind long hours.
He wasn't a miner, he just got into mining.
You don't have somebody waiting on you at home?
No, sir.
Well, John, guess you're a hell diver now.
Chad must have thought he was seeing a ghost the first time Gabe walked in.
Yeah, God, that must have been horrendous.
Feels like I've been through so much with Eleanor.
Just kind of standing there by and just not saying anything.
That she believed me.
Yeah, it did mean a lot that Eleanor, but I was like, yeah, Eleanor.
Yeah.
I'm glad he held on to it. For whatever it's worth.
Alex, they told me to destroy this jacket after the accident. I couldn't do it. Perhaps some part of me knew that I would one day need to pass it along. When Gabe first stepped into my bar looking for his father, I swore I would one day return this jacket to him. Then I swore I would return it to both of you. I think you know by now what my word is worth. I did not deserve your forgiveness, but it moved me more than I knew was possible. I hope this gift will provide some small comfort to you in the days ahead, Jed.
Very intrigued to know now what happens if you can choose to condemn him.
Yeah.
I'll never understand
Maybe
exactly
he's just like,
what
fuck
happened to me
you.
down there, but I'll always be grateful.
Because no matter how angry I was in that moment and thinking about like everything that's happening now, obviously like I believe in transformative justice and prison abolition.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. Like Charlotte's got some conflicted faces about him being in prison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because like who does it help that he's in prison? No one.
Yep.
Typhon CEO resigns amid stock plummet. Sources say FBI investigation imminent. Just hours after a defiant press conference in which he vowed to see his company through the choppy waters ahead. Very much CEO talk. Dennis Walker has resigned as CEO and chairman of Typhon Incorporated. Meanwhile, shares of the global mining concern, one of once top 5 in the sector, have nearly halved from $48.27 to $28.22 with no bottom in sight. It all stems from a series of shocking allegations and confessions tied to operations on Western Colorado, where regional operations coordinator Diane Jacobs and former mining team leader Jed Lucan were arrested for...
I'm pretty sure my voice was already heard by everyone who needed to hear it.
Denver Tribune request for comment. Alyssa R. at denvertribune.com. Alex, I trust you have received my other messages and voicemails. I am asking for 10 minutes of your time. We go to print at 8. Please let me help your voice be heard, Alyssa. Charlotte just yelled, Alyssa, she's back!
That's kind of what I was thinking as well.
I
mean, Alyssa who? Yeah.
Alyssa R. I don't know what her surname is.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
And Diane's been arrested too.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, it probably helps the company to pin it on one bad apple.
Yeah.
One lone wolf.
TM. And yet, the CEO has resigned.
Yeah. But now they can just, like, cover it up and then go business as usual.
Yeah.
Like, this is what corporations do. CEO mining scandal has deep state fingerprints. Irregularities abound. Truth remains buried. What are they hiding? Deep state deniers and wool-eyed cynics. Good luck trying to make sense of what went down in the small mountain town of Haven Springs last week. Behind closed doors of a nondescript dive bar, 8 town council members gathered to discuss a municipal mining permit. And when the doors opened, one of them was admitting to murder! Another to criminal fraud! And yet no one else could explain in any rational way, anyway, how this all supposedly happened. Local taxidermist Reginald McAllister, known to others in the town as Ducky, described a near hypnosis in the room as a great man was made to stand naked before all, and exhumated truth begot its rightful place atop the throne. Okay, thanks, Ducky. To long-time readers, the implications could not be clearer, that this town council must belong to or be a servant of the globalist paragovernmental military-industrial nexus that dictates international...
So this is a conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing with Diane is that she kind of put herself in the position by not sharing the information she gathered. Yep, exactly. She had the opportunity to be a good person. One bad apple. Did someone say bad apple? Links to bad apple music.
Yes.
Ducky is the worst person they could have interviewed for a snappy quote.
Also, was that Whoosh who said bad apple?
Yeah. Yes.
The middle of the ocean might not be so bad.
Diane is a girl boss that was going to continue walking down that path even after she saw a battered Alex.
Yeah, very true. God, she was fully just like, yeah, this is fine. Like, I will continue to do this.
Yeah.
This is
This air was powered by adrenaline that whole morning. Now I'm mostly powered by extra strength Advil. And these.
Okay, we've looked at most of the things, right?
Yeah.
So,
upstairs. I'm sleepy. Oh.
I feel like we're almost at the end.
Yeah. Hello? Steph? Is it Steph?
Hey,
Yay!
Steph. Alex, wait. Before you say anything, I have to get this out.
Okay.
Okay.
Will you marry me?
What you did at the council meeting, it was the bravest thing I've ever seen. And it made me want to be brave too. So, here it goes. I want to be with you. I don't give a shit about playing music or seeing the world. I mean, I do, but only if it's with you. And if you'd rather stay here instead, then... fuck it. I want to stay here too.
Let chat members say gay.
Never had anyone barge in to tell me.
Sorry, I didn't even ask. It just was
before.
like...
Yeah?
No. Yeah, no.
How do you feel?
There we go, gay.
You kiss you, idiot.
Let's go, lesbians.
I feel like it's a good hug moment. They can,
Yeah,
they can kiss
no,
after
fair.
a nice...
Lesbiab time.
I am just wanting them to make out,
Yeah,
okay?
I know. We're on the same page.
Well, good. That was the idea. You know where to find me. Good luck, Jen.
Thanks, Steph.
So many lesbian hearts in the chat.
They're just so
gay,
good together.
Yeah, so
and that was such a nice gesture.
She needs a healthy relationship, and she gets that with Steph, and that's why it's so good. And I'm so happy that the majority of people are like, Steph's
the one, yeah. And that was just a really nice gesture, and I'm kind of glad we didn't have to choose, because what the gesture shows is like, I am going
parallels.
to. I will stay. I will not abandon you.
Yeah.
All right.
Like,
just tell me.
You feel everyone will.
What?
My future. What to do?
Maybe we do have to make a choice. Maybe I spoke too soon.
The night of the Spring Fest, Steph made a strong push for leaving with her. Playing on the road. The excitement of the unknown. Of course, that was before all the shit went down. Come on. You're the know-it-all. So tell me.
Actually, I do know what you should do. You should stay in Haven.
I think he's right.
I think he's right as well. I think it's way too early in a relationship to go.
Yeah,
together.
like there's U-hauling, and then there's we are dating, and now let's leave together.
Yeah, like
like
you need
immediately.
You need stability and consistency, and to get to know each other, and then maybe in a few months you can go on a big road trip.
Yeah.
A few months is probably still too soon, but you know, I'm working lesbian time,
Yeah.
so this is generous.
At that point, you're already engaged.
I was gonna say, like, this coming from a lesbian is quite interesting. Like,
I haven't been in a relationship in several years, and I've been in therapy. So, do we want to go with your right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. You're right. I've never had a home before.
Does this mean that Ryan owns the Black
Friends.
Lantern now?
A job.
God, he wouldn't.
A place
be,
to live.
Like that wouldn't. That's not him.
Why would I give that
It'd
up
be
now?
interesting to see.
But like, she still lives there, rent free.
Yeah. No, I mean, I guess he technically would, but I'm sure he'd sell it on to someone or
Yeah.
something.
Then again, maybe leaving would
Oh
be
my
better.
god.
You're young, you suddenly have a little money, friends, and don't you think it's time to give this music thing a real shot? No, you should definitely leave.
Oh, it's because he can't give her any actual advice. Because
in her head.
he's
Because
just part.
did. I don't need the mysterious spirit bullshit right now. I just need my big brother.
We should just say, what do you mean this is too early to move out together? This is a sapphic relationship.
Yeah.
I know.
But here's something.
It's interesting because I feel like one of the the loss of Gabe for her
It's 3 hours from now. A bus pulls away.
is more than just the loss of Gabe, but the loss of this new Gabe who she hadn't had before, who had the emotional capacity to be her big brother and take care of her.
Yeah, listen to her experience in the care system in our case, and was really good about it.
Yeah, rather than like the Gabe that she had before who she took care of.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You're not on it. And neither is Steph. Life goes on.
Does that mean, so did we make that decision?
Have we actually made any decisions this episode so far?
The only major one was the Pike one, technically.
You get a job working with Steph at the record store.
The lesbian D20 shirt is back.
Yeah.
I have it.
And the silence.
All those years of being a music snob finally pay off.
I just want to know what the song is. I also love Alex's dancing is like mine, and I'm totally here for it.
This is our ending sequence.
And little by
ladies.
little, time does its thing.
I don't know if this is the ending sequence or whether it's like, this is what happens if you don't get on the bus.
Oh.
And then he's going to be like, this is what happens if you do get on the bus.
Maybe.
The apartment starts to feel less like a museum and more like a home.
The photo is so cute.
This is kind of feeling like the ending sequence of Tommy Line.
Yeah.
There's silence.
Yeah. I'm guessing there's music meant
Thoughts
to be
of
playing
Jed.
right now.
Yeah,
Probably.
Yeah.
Wondering what the end song is.
Even of me, begin to fade into the background.
Yeah, get rid of his hunting shit.
Yeah. Bye.
That's a community-run establishment.
I think so.
That was cute.
Riley?
And Mac?
No, I think that's someone different.
Oh.
But I wish we'd gotten to talk to Riley one more time.
Yeah. Is this a speed dating?
Oh, maybe.
Maybe.
Just so much silence.
Yeah, I know.
I did not realize just how much hunting shit there was until
Yeah.
they're like taking it away
God.
now.
Honestly. Hey, Eleanor.
Oh, this is a look. Just like, why are you looking at me like that?
Oh, I love that jacket.
It's a subtle handhold under the table to not.
The
weird in
rooftop
front
is
of
your
the kid.
stage. You perform every week to a small but adoring group of fans. Maybe while you play, you wonder what could have been. Performing for more people in more cities, sharing your music with the world.
I don't think they're engaged, Fwoosh. I think those were fashion rings.
Or maybe you never think about that.
They
much
may
at
as
all.
well be engaged, though. I'm pretty sure the second that Steph tore up the ticket, it was like,
yeah,
we're engaged.
I mean,
it was
I'm
my
pretty-
you ride or die,
exactly
you know.
when it
Yeah,
happens.
well, no, I'm pretty sure that they were
But one day
engaged
you
when
look around
Alex
and
literally
find
asked
that
for
you
her
have
hand.
transferred
Yeah.
just as much as it has transformed
I mean,
you.
from my experience of seeing my sister's relationships, I know that lesbians tend to love a promise ring.
Oh god, yeah.
I've never. Is that a thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It's
Oh,
like
dear.
a.
Yeah, because when I was saying to my sister that
And
like
the
me
most
and Josh getting
extraordinary thing
engaged
of
was
all
essentially more of a promise ring thing, she was like, "Oh, well,
just
me and
how
Elliot
normal
are
it
ahead of you
feels.
then." And like in her previous relationship, she also had one.
Wow.
You don't question it.
That's intense.
You don't doubt it. Or wonder what might have been. It's your life. The life you fought so hard to have. And for the first time in a long time, you just live.
Thank you.
Don't mention it.
You really think I'll transform Haven?
Of course. You already have. With your gift, your music, just by being you. But Alex, that doesn't mean you have to stay. You have the potential to do that anywhere you go.
What to ask?
I guess go where, because like I'm fairly it's pretty clear what he means by do that.
Yeah.
Where am I supposed to go? I don't have any other home.
That is true. But you didn't have any home before coming here. And look what happened. The truth is, there's no telling what that version of your future might be. The only promise is the adventure.
He's like, I can't show you a fun animation of what
What do
your
you
life
think?
could be like. Because it could be anywhere.
Okay.
The framing of
Right.
this choice.
Can I go and pee before we make
Yeah.
this decision? Because I've been holding on to it for about 10 minutes.
Okay, should we take a quick break?
Oh, yes.
Before having a discussion.
Oh, God, I almost fell over that.
I guess this is our final decision trademark.
I'm so sleepy.
Well.
And I just want to stay in Haven.
Okay. Right. Chat, let us know what you think. Stay in Haven or seek adventure. And let us know why. Oh, man. It'll be over soon.
I'm emotionally exhausted.
Yeah. There's a lot to process.
Yeah.
There's a lot
I've
to
loved
process.
this game a lot. It's very good.
I'm still probably what was
Sorry, Charlotte's just said, I say seek adventure, she can find gay community elsewhere. This place is too straight in my opinion. She needs her queer family.
I mean, that's a solid point.
Yeah, it is
What
quite
did you,
straight.
What did you choose, Charlotte?
Yeah. A lot of people are saying adventure.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. And what I was suggesting about the framing is that seek adventure is framed as something for her, whereas stay in Haven is like the legacy of her brother.
Yeah.
Like, that life in Haven does seem lovely.
It does.
And there's no indication that they're gonna stay there forever.
This is like the thing. For me, it's not that I'm saying no to seeking adventure, and more that I'm saying not quite yet.
Yeah.
But the framing does like carry that implication.
Yeah, it is an idealized version of Haven. What he was like going through.
What he was going through, yeah.
Yeah.
And he only gave us the one. He didn't give us the other one
Yeah,
either.
and everyone else is like, everyone's saying they can always come back. Yeah, the main problem is that it frames it as a forever.
Yeah.
Because either way, it's like either you're stuck in Haven forever or you never come back. And it's like, that's not... Realistically, that's not what's gonna happen.
No, and
like, this would be a great place to retire to.
Yeah, and, like, you can have both. We were just talking about how, like, this framing, Charlotte, is, like, it frames Seek Adventure as something that's, like, for Alex, and then it frames Stay in Haven as something for Gabe, and, like, the memory of Gabe and stuff.
Yeah.
Charlotte is saying that, like, think about what's going to happen after Typhon. There's going to be so much fallout.
Yeah. I don't know. I just really don't. I genuinely don't know. Like, the way that, like, in Life is Strange 1 and 2 and in Before the Storm, I was like, I 100% know what my final choice is, and this is the first one where I'm like, I actually don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. Honestly, I was sitting there having a wee, and I was just like, you know, when you're just kind of staring at the floor, and you're just kind of like, what do I do? And I was like, I could literally pick either of those two.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Can't fault either of them, really.
No, because the thing is that if you stay in Haven, you can build a life and a community, and Steph wants to stay, which is really nice and things. But I also feel like both of them at heart have got like a free spirit about them, and I think that part of them could go and they could come back and they could still have that community, but also like Alex has never actually got to sort of like live out her life and do the things she wants to, and maybe she does want to do this for a little bit, you know, and that's okay.
I think that part of the reason why I'm okay with either, I guess, is also because like I don't feel like they're a forever thing.
Yeah, in my mind, this is a
not
reversible decision.
Yeah, because it is.
Yeah.
IRL, it is a reversible
it's
decision.
not like once you leave Haven, they're like, and now we ban you from this jurisdiction.
It's just like, stay, you've been exiled, now stay out.
We've suddenly erected border controls around the town of Haven.
Yeah.
Oh, stop giving me... Stop reading that.
Steph actually wanted an adventure but stayed for Alex.
Yeah.
Okay, is everyone leaning towards Seek Adventure?
I think so, yeah.
I think I am, yeah.
Let's just do it then. Let's just see how it goes.
I know what I want.
I don't.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't know what I want.
Imagine knowing what you want.
Sorry, that was...
It's too real.
That was a for real, like...
Imagine being able to make a decision. Charlotte's saying, I didn't realise I was so passionate about her leaving, but I really am. Oh god.
Oh, you.
Don't phrase it like that.
Oh, you.
I hate it when he says that in the show. It's so gross.
Hello. You.
I did it for you.
Where is the sheet?
Stuff. Oh, phew.
Why is Pike here?
I don't know.
And Ryan is not.
Interesting. Can't wait to do a sit and watch all the different endings of Life is Strange True Colors.
He didn't come and say goodbye.
No. No, he didn't. I have to say that my concluding thoughts about Ryan and Gabe are that Ryan is firmly below the bar and Gabe is firmly above the bar.
Yes.
Yeah.
For me, still.
Yeah.
Wow, I love this song.
It does hit weirdly. You were correct, Charlotte. It's a very weird ending for Ryan.
Fuck him up, babe! Yeah, I mean, weird. I wonder if, like, there are versions where he, like, sees you off or something.
Yeah. Are there any other messages?
That's it. That's the only thing.
Wow.
It's very he only exists to be her love interest.
Yeah, that's what the vibes I'm kind of getting, which is a bit... You know, like when you make friends with someone and you're really, really close to them, and then they go, "Oh, I like you," and you're just like, "No,"
and then they don't want to be friends.
And then they
anymore.
don't want to be friends with you anymore, and it's like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, I see that you didn't ever want to be my friend.
Hello,
I
everyone.
wanted
That's-
to get in with hands.
Had that so
I'm
many
Alex
times,
Chen.
and it's so annoying.
And
Oh,
that's it.
That was alright.
There's a speed up button.
Yeah, just to continue that conversation that we're having. I think that, like, if the love interest Ryan thing wasn't pushed really hard and it more focus and depth on because I think that the plot line of, like, his relationship with his father and how that gave him a hero complex and stuff was potentially interesting.
Yeah.
But instead of, like, going more deeply into that and, like, developing like a maybe genuine friendship, like, it just felt like, I don't know. Yeah, I think the fact that he felt kind of like shoehorned as a love interest, and then I don't think it really did justice to, like, what could have been a more interesting plotline. Does that make sense?
Yeah, he could have been a more interesting character.
It does feel like he was kind of shoehorned in to be a love interest for the people who don't like the gays. Like, it just, yeah.
This was written as a lesbian love story, but they had to put a man in it.
They had to put a straight man in it to make it suitable for all. Like...
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, besides from that...
Good game.
What a fucking incredible game. What an amazing experience. Yeah. I mean, like, every time they release a new Life is Strange game, it tops the last one. And this is 100% my favourite one so far, I would say, already, just from playing it the one time.
Damn.
If you had to rank the games, like, how would you rank them if you could?
I'm not really sure. But I think this is, like...
It would be a top, yeah.
This is now probably
I think
my favourite.
out of the three that I've played, I think this is probably my top as well.
It's my top as well.
With mine being True Colours, Before the Storm, Life is Strange.
Yeah, mine's pretty nice.
I have a thing where I'm like, I know Life is, like, Before the Storm couldn't exist without Life is Strange, but Before the Storm is better.
Well, I know, I agree. Like, so from my perspective, it actually kind of goes, it literally goes True Colours, Life is Strange 2, Before the Storm, and then Life is Strange.
Which is literally reverse.
Literally reverse. Because I love, like, this game is amazing. Oh, she went to college. She's, like, True Colours is just insanely amazing. Like, that last 2 episodes, like, were just boggling, and I loved it. And then the first, like, 3 episodes is very... It's nice. You've got the hard stuff and the difficult things, but you've got the respite in between. And I think that was really good, because when they delivered all the heavy shit in the end, it was kind of like, ow, that hurt, but I'll get through it. I want to see the story through. And I feel like in the first Life is Strange, like, it did try to do that, but sometimes it just got too choppy with it. Like, it was very sort of like, this is hard. This is not so hard. This is hard. This is not so hard. This is really, really hard. We'll stop being too hard for too long. Right, we're going to floor you now. And your emotions are gone.
Like, me finding those bottles was not a respite.
Everyone, collectively, the Life is Strange fandom hates the bottle game, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that this is also, like, politically easily the best one.
Oh,
as
yeah,
well.
definitely.
Easily the best one.
Definitely. I think I have, I really like Life is Strange 2 because I have, like, quite an attachment to, like, the protagonists. Like, I think I have an attachment to, like, Sean and Daniel particularly, and their sort of sibling relationship. It's really, the gameplay is really interesting, and it's really good because it's the whole narrative of your actions don't just have consequences on you, they have consequences on somebody else.
Yeah.
And that, I think, is really important to that particular story, and I really like that. And I love Before the Storm because gays. Like, gays, just lots of gays.
Just the whole The Tempest bit.
Oh
So
yeah,
good.
the Tempest bit, and the fact that like the game is so. Like, I love the literary references in Before the Storm. I absolutely adore them.
Do
Plus,
we have any? Sorry.
I have a very, very strong attachment to the scene where Chloe is in the junkyard with her dad's truck. Like, I have very, very big attachment to that particular scene and the song attached to it. So, you know.
Yeah. Well, Whoosh. If you've never seen Life is Strange 2, I mean, these guys would definitely say it's worth it. We're going to be playing it on our YouTube at some point because I've also never played it, but at this point I want to, it's like my mission to obviously play all of them.
Yeah, and that's just the last one on our list now, isn't it? So.
Yeah. It'd be fun to play Life is Strange with you, to be fair, Daz. Be interesting.
Do we have any other kind of like closing thoughts? I think like we've talked about a lot of stuff kind of as it arose and stuff. But
Yeah.
Any kind of closing thoughts? Any final thoughts?
No, I think I've talked a lot.
I think I'm good.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh my god, that picture of the dog was so cute. Okay, I'm probably gonna take us to our final decisions. Peter Fury, what a good name.
I like that.
Yeah, I think the voice actor for Izzy wasn't under additional talent, but those weren't like attributed to certain characters because they played multiple characters, so I don't know who it was.
Okay. We can find out after Wavelengths, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely anticipate a video essay from us on this.
Oh, definitely.
It's probably gonna regurgitate a lot of what we've said throughout this playthrough, but like make it like a coherent argument about like gendered and emotional labor.
And with some like secondary sources.
Like additional research and like all of that kind of stuff.
And no snack munching noises.
And now we can read what other people have been saying about the game.
Yes,
I can finally read what other people have been saying about this game.
Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to reread Gender Trouble now. I'm going to reread... I'm sorry.
Time for some Judith Butler.
Yeah. I absolutely adore Judith Butler, so I am
Who
very...
doesn't?
After going through this, I think I'm going to go back to her work and have a little nosy, and we'll see what comes out of it.
Gonna be reading some Marxist feminism, brushing up on some Marxist feminism for this.
Mimi said they should make a Life is Strange 4 where Alex discovers she's the next Jesus Christ. I want answers as to how she cheated death.
Honestly, though. Honestly.
I mean, yeah.
Well, and then further to that point, she then got to decide whether to forgive or condemn Jed Lucan. So... She is
Jesus Christ. Yeah, honestly, I'm also very shocked at how good we've been with spoilers. Especially you, considering your personal Twitter is also like very Life is Strange fandom heavy.
Yeah.
But like I did not see any spoilers for this game.
Okay. 56% of people stayed in Haven Springs and 44% of people hit the road to play music.
So very 50-50.
I wonder if that was anything to do with the fact that staying had this whole narrative and going was just like, I don't know, like life will be different wherever you go, so I can't show it to you.
Yeah, it's interesting that. I wonder if like there's if you pick oh really, like in that conversation that he's like, oh, life on the road instead.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Most people chose to forgive Jed, which is interesting.
72% of people chose to forgive Jed, and you know what? That broke him.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Interesting.
An evil cackle.
Interesting that they've phrased it as denounce here, but it's condemn.
Condemn.
Like those are different things.
Condemn was the word that made me be like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, denounced, has very different connotations. But, Alex claimed she learned not to fear her emotions, 52%. She claimed she knew the meaning of home, 43%, and then 5% said she didn't learn anything in Haven. Some members of the council stood with Alex, 83%. Well, otherwise, it's 4% or 13%. So interesting. I wonder if it's like literally it has to be over 50%.
Alex wanted to play her music in the future. 12%. More people picked belong and help people.
Right, so that was that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Don't know how I feel about that.
Oh, so do you think the ending is different if we didn't pick play music?
Maybe.
Potentially.
Yeah. Like, maybe Life on the Road could be something different. Like, maybe she'd be, like, I don't know, not a musician, but, like...
a therapist. Hey, I've got vibes!
No. Glad we didn't go down that route, so... Or belong somewhere, like, what would that have meant? Didn't sit on the bed, okay?
Sorry for not... We've had enough moments of reflection in this playthrough.
Well, it's just, if it was music, it'd be different, but we've got, like, silence, and that's just not fun to reflect to.
Okay, here's some spice. Alex forgave Ryan for not believing her, 16%. Alex wasn't ready to forgive Ryan, 4%. Alex didn't see Ryan after the vote, 48%. Or Alex stood by Ryan. Ryan stood by Alex during the vote. So, and that's 32% of people, so it looks like most people didn't convince him to support.
Wow.
Which is interesting.
Yeah.
Charlotte sided with Alex during the vote.
Oh, a lot of people did not, presumably because they took her anger.
So, yeah, this is interesting because believed her but couldn't help versus turned her back on her. That's really interesting because I feel like believed her but couldn't help is probably related to taking away the anger, because Charlotte, like, maybe wouldn't be able to, like, emotionally process things.
Ducky remained loyal to Jen.
Yeah, whatever.
That's very...
Pike sided with Alex. Oh, most people. That correlates to the fear thing, right? That's like a direct... I think with Charlotte, like, it's more complicated. It's not just the anger thing. Eleanor sided with Alex.
Maybe with Charlotte is the anger thing and the affidavit. Because that was the other major decision with her.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And that would make her trustworthy or not.
Apparently she just kind of becomes a husk after taking the anger away. That's
depressing.
Horrifying.
Ryan believed Alex. Yeah, most people couldn't get...
Yeah.
I wonder what we did that convinced him.
I don't like the fact that literally the three options with Ryan at the end there are Alex and Ryan start dating in Haven Springs. Ryan leaves Haven Springs to be with Alex. Ryan and Alex don't end up together. So basically the implication is that if they don't get together, Ryan doesn't want anything to do with Alex anymore, which is just like bullshit.
I don't enjoy that. Steph stays in Haven to be with Alex. They leave together or they don't get together. Cool. I think that's it. That's all of them.
That's it.
Okay, guys.
That was a long one.
Is it gonna give us a trailer for Wavelengths? You know how sometimes they have the after bit?
Let's see.
Like the fucking bit at the end of Before the Storm, like no spoilers, but the bit after the credits of Before the Storm, where you go through all of your decisions, and it's like, here's a clip to remind you of what happened in the original game.
I've not actually seen the trailer for Wavelength shirt.
I'll send it to you later. But that's it.
That's it.
We finished Life is Strange True Colors. We will be back for Wavelengths, and then we'll actually be done Life is Strange True Colors.
Yay.
But thank you so much for joining the stream. Thank you for the bits. Thank you for the
subs.
Yay. Thank you for the great conversations and the contributions. Thank you for your company. It's been an absolute joy, like, having you guys
here. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
It's been so fun.
So thanks. Thank you for everything.
Yeah.
We love you. Okay.
Sorry.
We need to go to bed.
Yes,
and you should too, depending on your time zone. Have a good time zone.
Have a good time zone.
Bye.
Have a good rest. Bye. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please remember to give it a like and share your thoughts in the comments below. If you aren't already, remember to subscribe and hit that bell button to know when we upload next.
On screen, you can find this whole playlist for this Let's Play, and you can find a link to our latest video essay. If you like what you see, consider supporting us on Patreon. The link to our Patreon is in the description of every video.
Thanks again so much for watching, and until next time, take care.